sure everything is running smoothly. These things, man. I don't know if you saw that one we did a while ago, but it crashed a couple times, and you don't want things to crash when you're trying to record. It's no fun. No fun at all.
I think you mentioned that last episode.
Yeah.
Your voice just got, you could hear it in your voice, you just got sadder.
Yep. Oh, yeah. The hype had left by that point. That's why I've got not only this cappuccino frappuccino, but also P2's favorite amp energy. It's mixed berry. It's that one he likes so much.
Nice.
So
got the green amp myself.
Green amp? You monster. You're supposed to get mixed berry. I think.
They have a tropical punch. That's, I think, the best one now.
Is it? I don't know. I haven't tried either one. Normally not into
PBR
those.
right here.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Boy.
That's enough. That's a manly drink.
Right. I got to take like 2-3 shots of whiskey to even feel like 1 or 2 of those. Like I can get through a 12-pack and not even feel anything, unless it's like one of the microbrews. That'll kind of knock it out a little bit.
Hello.
I hear that.
I said the thing too. Oh, the pizza's coming up right when we started. It's fine. We haven't technically started yet.
Don't brag about your pizza, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I was just about to start and he started talking. Show's ruined.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
There we go.
Pause for edit, please. Greetings, friends. Steven here, and welcome to the CAPMAX HYPECAST. This is episode 24. Our recording date is Saturday night, September the 23rd, 2017. Is it the first day of autumn? Is that what I've been hearing?
Yeah, that or yesterday.
Yeah, one of those
I think it was yesterday.
Wow. So yeah, this is the show that refuses to die. It's always have a heck of a time organizing these things, getting people to sit down in one place and just talk some games, some movies, some shows for a while. But we managed to do it. So wish us luck. We're starting the show off. I have a couple guests. Their names are Lumpz and Kyle. Let's get to know them a bit, shall we? I'm going to start with Lumpz. Lumpz the Clown, welcome back. We haven't talked to you on the CAPMAX HYPECAST in ages. How's it going?
I've been doing all right. Been really busy lately with a bunch of shit. I'm writing a super ranty thing on Super Mario 2 on the haters, and gonna like embellish on the history on that a little bit. And I'm really excited for that to come out. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. And then been launching lumpsmedia.org. I've decided to branch away from typical blogging bullshit and start doing like real, like honest product reviews and that. I've come across some really good ones, come across some stinkers, and I just feel it's my duty to inform my fellow gamers when they're about to pick up a turd.
Well, thank you for that.
No problem.
No.
A noble cause.
I think so too.
Very good, very good. I've got 100 links open. It's always like that when I do these shows. All right. If the people want to meet you or talk to you on Twitter or on YouTube or on Twitch, give us some links.
Well, YouTube, just search Lumpz Clown, you'll find me. And then there's Lumpz the Clown on my personal Twitter account. Lumpz Media has its own Twitter and Facebook page as well. But I'll talk about random shit on my own Twitter. Lumpz Media is more or less kind of like the business side. Me and my editor are the guys behind that one. And I just want to keep it to the point where I am a so-called CEO, Clowny Executive Officer, and make it look like it's some stale business, but in fact it's community service for the gamers, by gamers, and that's the whole shtick, and that's why it's got its own pages. So that way I can be my usual ranty self, completely unabashed, and then you got the business side.
That costs money? That costs a lot of money?
I like it.
About $80 hosting grand total. I even bought up a couple different domains in case someone tries to dilute the brand, shit like that. Got all my ducks in a row. So it's pretty good.
Well, it's good that you have the gumption to put all that together.
Takes a lot of brain power. Some days it feels like my eyes are bleeding, but yeah.
I think I'm getting on in the years. I just don't have the spirit for that kind of thing anymore. It's a miracle we get HYPECAST up anymore, but it's fun.
Hell yeah.
If nothing else, gives me a chance to talk with the bros about the things that we want to talk about.
Look at Dave.
Tell the folks a bit about Summer Brutality, which I think is all wrapped up for this year, but
Well, this one was special. Summer Brutality started out as me giving myself a time limit to beat certain historically challenging games. So it started with like Ninja Gaiden, Ghosts and Goblins. This year, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to clear out my backlog. So regardless of how long it would take, I was going to beat these games. And I decided to make it an all Castlevania Summer Brutality called The Unholy Trinity, where I beat Castlevania Adventure Rebirth after like 4 or 5 hours. Beat Super Castlevania 4, which I had little experience with, in like about 3.5, 4 hours. But the big killer was 8 hours to complete Castlevania 3, and I finally beat it. All 3 of them.
Pretty good. You know, I don't think I've ever really played 3. I'm thinking I played 2 a lot back in the day, but I don't think I really did much. I sort of just wandered around because when you're a kid trying to figure that game out, forget about it. You don't know what's on.
Exactly.
Adults barely understand what's going on in Castlevania 2. 3 though. So
yeah, I hear that.
3?
I second that.
Yeah.
3 is one you definitely got to check out because it's when they introduced different playable characters. You could have branching paths, and it had one of the most amazing musical scores I ever seen, and epic like boss battles and shit. It actually feels like a real story.
I just noticed, by the way, on the PS4 they've actually got Haunted Castle for download. Yep. Which is pretty neat. That's the original arcade version. I gotta get that. It's like $10.
That'd be good.
Do it. It's awesome. Well, it's difficult, but it's awesome.
You played Haunted Castle, was it?
Mm-hmm.
It looked neat.
Think about a year and a half ago, I popped into a stream and I was picking on Benevolent Dick. I was like, dude, you got to try Haunted Castle. And he had no idea he was in for us. So I sit there and laugh at him as he loses his ass over and over and over. And then my buddy Jason, Arthur X Jason came in, and then he's like, what's this game? And then, oh, yeah, it's Haunted Castle 4. And he's like, I gotta go. And then he just disappeared. And then like 2 weeks later, he submits a no death run of Haunted Castle, the hardest version possible. The Japanese version is actually easier than the American version. And he beat the American version, no death. I couldn't believe
it. Yeah, we should give that a go. $10. $10. It's one of those, it's the age-old, do you want to pay for ROMs kind of situations? But yeah, I guess. Well, we'll get into it later, but one of the games announced from the Nintendo Direct was actually a bunch of arcade archives, which are like the old Versus games, like Mario Brothers Versus. Or one neat thing is that they're going to be releasing the Arcade Punch-Out on Switch.
Yeah, that one's got me scratching my head. Like, how? I mean, with the 2 screens and everything.
Anyways, we'll get to that later.
Should be good.
That was Lumpz the Clown. Thanks for being here tonight. And let's chat out with Kyle a bit. Kyle, this is your first time on the HYPECAST?
Yes.
It's crazy,
long-time listener, first-time guest. Yeah.
There you go. Well, thanks for being here tonight.
It's good to be on.
I put the tweets out.
No problem.
Want to be a guest, and then I leave it open. And no one replies. So I'm like, well, no one's gonna reply. I'm just gonna name names. That's the thing. People like to have their name named. It's like they feel like they've been summoned. That you were picked of all the people. Of all the 1,000 something number of people I follow on Twitter, you and that guy were the ones that got picked.
The lucky few. It's great. And timing worked out everything. So
yeah, that's really what it comes down to. You just got to get lucky with the timing. So tell us a bit about your own works. We've got Game Time with Kyle. That's the YouTube channel name, yes? Yes.
Been pretty quiet lately, but it will be returning soon. Got a bunch of new videos on the way. For those who haven't checked it out, it's just basically, I don't even want to say reviews, but we take a look at some games, play them, and a lot with game consoles too. I like showing off various consoles, both modern and retro, handhelds. So I guess if you've heard of stuff like GameStra 1, it's like that, just only 10% the quality.
Yeah, there you go. He's basically GameStra 1. The problem with those guys, though, is they're what the internet likes to call the old gods. Where it's like they weren't particularly that great at what they did, but they were just there first, so they kind of win by default. So,
no, I see that.
I've seen his. I think I'm subscribed. He doesn't do videos that often either, does he?
Once in a while, he has like a lot of channels. So like the Star Wars and.
Oh, I did one of those branching off things.
Yeah, a nostalgia channel talks about like 80s stuff, which is actually pretty cool. I like that one.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. My memory is slightly kicking in, but were you not on the Fandango, Retro Fandango, seeing that you and Kevin were on one of his forums? Is that accurate?
Yeah, actually, apparently that's where, Buried on Mars found me, I guess. We interacted on the Gamester 81 forums.
Yeah, that's fun.
I remember them being, pretty solid. I liked the forums, but it became a lot of people doing self-promotion after a while, like, check out my video. And it's like, oh my God.
That's YouTube right there. Everyone wants to be the PewDiePie. You want to have the internet go nuts if you say a single word. We can get into that. I don't really want to, but I kind of do. But that's so stupid.
Everyone wants those million subs. But
it's so easy to get jealous in this.
Do they deserve it? No.
I tried watching. I didn't even really want to click on it because I was worried the analytics would start showing up PewDiePie nonsense on the side of the YouTube. He had like this stupid, those little dogs that look like mops. He had one of those, and he's like whipping it around the room, and he's trying to be funny. And it's like this. No. Stop.
Sell your soul for fame, Steve.
Yeah.
Peculiar.
Do something outrageous.
Peculiar. Whatever floats the kids' boats. When I think of Kyle, I think plug and play. I was going to call them consoles. Would you call those the consoles? The plug and plays? Device. I guess that's probably the word, right? It's not really a console. It's not really a portable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plug and play.
And I think Cool Spot. Kyle loves Cool Spot.
I enjoy my spot games.
Fido Dido, does that count or is that something else?
Oh, is that a 7-Up mascot?
I think so.
I think they had that before Spot.
I gotta look this up.
He wasn't cool.
Yeah, Fido Dido Dido.
Yeah, that's maybe a little before my times too. So
maybe. Does that sound familiar to you, Lumpz the Clown? Fido Dido. 7-Up. Yeah, it's part of 7-Up. He's back. Is he back? You guys are American. Is he a thing?
No, only on nostalgia channels, man. He never died.
What the hell is Dr. Pepper Snapple? Okay, I got it. This is what happens when I look at things when I'm doing
the rabbit holing. They're really rabbit holing already.
Dr. Pepper Snapple.
It'll happen. But Cool Spot is the 7-Up red spot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the 80s and 90s.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Fido Dido was licensed to PepsiCo in 1987, but the character did not receive much attention or popularity until the early 1990s, when he appeared on numerous products, particularly stationery. Later, he was replaced with Cool Spot as the brand mascot. Well, there you go. Wow. We all learned something today on the CAPMAX HYPECAST. Hey, let's check with the chat. There's no one in the chat. All right, let's keep going.
Come on, peeps.
So tell us a bit about
who could be busy on a Saturday night.
I know,
Come
right?
on.
Nerds. Tell us a bit about Game Time Arcade next. What's that all about?
Oh, yeah, that's the podcast I do with a friend and coworker. We call him Fearless Leader. I've actually, before I started the YouTube channel, which I looked at the date recently, it was April 2013. I wanted to do a podcast before the videos, but I didn't have the hookups or the means necessary to do it, so I just went to YouTube. But doing the podcast, it's mainly about the games and geek culture. I mean, probably not. It's similar to the HYPECAST here, but just not as good. And very irregular as well.
You gotta say it's the best.
Very irregular as well. Yeah.
We're just the runners up. What? Well, you're paying for Podbean, yeah, and Lumpz is paying for his site. Well, I'm not paying for anything.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's all in the attitude, boys. Remember that.
Steven's the real winner there.
There you go.
I think what is Podbean, like 30 or 40 a year or something?
I don't know.
Is something like that?
That's not bad. Okay, check this out. I was listening to friend of the show, Darren, from the Gaming Pilgrimage podcast and YouTube channel. His friend Shintai has a podcast called The Final Bosses Podcast, and I was looking to add a podcast because I always need many podcasts for my work week. And his show was on archive.org, I believe. So if you guys ever looked into that, because I hear that's free to upload audio files to. I haven't tried it yet.
I thought archive.org was literally like a dumping ground for defunct like media. For example, one of the ones I followed on YouTube was Retro Realities. They were nice enough to upload all of those old Game Players game tapes in their entirety. But their entire channel is gone. All of their shit is gone. The only thing they got left of their website is a forum. And they talk about that they're going to revamp, but oddly enough, the years are missing from all of the entries. So I don't know if it's like old or what, but I actually only found that out because I was doing research for Super Mario Bros. 2. I knew there was a game tape on it, but I couldn't find it. I'm like, what the fuck? A channel's missing? I mean, I watched those guys religiously. And then I just happened to find it on archive.org. But I think it's just a dumping ground for like the old shit.
Yeah, if it works and if it's free.
I gotta see if my old MySpace page is on there. That's terrifying.
That angel fire going. Back over my Netscape. You know the funniest noises are? Funniest noises are like Windows 95 error messages. You know, it's like bling, bling, clank, bling, bling, clank. I need to get, if I ever sort out a soundboard, I need to look into that. You guys familiar with the Crash Bandicoot Whoa meme?
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
Download an app where he says whoa. It's so quiet though, I can't use it for funny soundboard. It's so quiet. That will do us no good for this episode. I like that meme though. I always like to sneak in a couple songs into these shows, and I'm thinking if I could get one of those, you know, where they get like a meme but they put music over it. I'm kind of tempted to do one of those somewhere in here. Sneak that Crash Bandicoot Whoa meme in there. I probably won't. We'll see. It depends how many bricks we have. That's when I put the... I thought you had a soundboard a while back, and we were a laugh track, and we were cheating though, because that was out of Google Hangouts. Same thing that the Cartridge Club weekly hangout thing does.
I used to have a Chris Hansen soundboard, so I actually used it for my text alert. So whenever I'd get a text, I'd hear, "I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC."
Have a seat.
I really liked having that soundboard, though. One of these days, I'll sort it all out. I can play, if I put the phone right up to the mic, like I'm doing here, and just push a button, boop, that might work. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, Game Time Arcade, that's his podcast. It's pretty good. I like the little arcade noise you sneak in. That's the bumpers. That's fun.
Oh, yeah. Intro and outro, yeah.
It's got that retro noise to it. Have you ever heard of the show Starcade?
Ooh,
I think you dig that. For a little while, Shout Factory. Yes, it's.
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
I was about ready to put the Monty Python song in there. It's. It sounds. Yeah, for a while, Shout Factory, the publisher or whatever they make DVDs and such. They on Twitch were showing on Twitch the show called Starcade, and it was like a show from I want to say the 70s, and it was just like arcades. Remember? Do you guys know we do an arcade top 10 at all? Does that reach you guys in the US? My Canadian bros are
doesn't sound familiar.
It's fine. Anyways, it's like a little game show, this Starcade, and they was just like they just roll arcade cabinets out. It's like, for this round we're going to be playing Zaxxon, and you watch them play Zaxxon. It was really neat, and they were streaming this live on Twitch, and it's gone now. But it's like, what is this? You're showing me this old show I've never even heard of, and it's awesome, but now it's gone already. Is there a Blu-ray collection coming out? DVD collection? I don't know. I hope it comes out. So look for
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's neat.
I'll look for it.
It's neat. And finally,
I've heard of the Saturday morning Supercade, but it had like all the early 80s cartoons, like the Pac-Man cartoon and Pitfall, and there was a Donkey Kong one. Really? Yeah, it was.
Whoa, really?
Saturday, it was the Supercade.
So it's like the Super
Saturday
Mario
night.
Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, before that existed.
That's awesome. They should bring that shit back. I mean, you guys are more or less retro gamers, right?
Yep.
Like Lumpz.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah. So I was like, what are they waiting for? I just Googled it again. Twitch starts its retro Starcade Marathon on August 28th. So yeah, I didn't know that. I don't go to Engadget. It came and went so quickly. Well, hopefully that shows up on, able to be on Netflix. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep the show going. Do you want to talk a bit about cartridge craft? Have you done much in that at all?
I've dabbled in it. I still have yet to really do a lot with it. I've only visited about 3 times or so.
Okay.
But just been kind of busy at work. But I have a lot of days off here in the
Fair
near future. So
fair enough. Yeah, I just wrote up intros for everyone, and I was like, Kyle, cartridge craft. I went in Kyle's room. It was like there was like half of it was tree branches, and I was like, no, Kyle, make a room.
yeah,
Make yourself a real
I need
room.
to get. I need to bring all my crafting skills and that.
Mm-hmm.
Jared and Frantic Society, they just kind of made the world like a whole forest world, so it's a little tricky. But
Yeah, they've been busy. I've popped in every now and then. This is
Good.
in reference
Yep.
to the Cartridge Club's dedicated Minecraft server. And yeah. I've joined into the server every now and then as well, and I find maybe it's just me, it's just my character, but I don't really want to do anything like co-op, you know what I mean? Like, I guess that's the point, is that you want to build stuff together, but I was like, I'm just a neighbor. I wandered around. I looked at their stuff, and I got scared by a zombie. Literally, I was like, because I was hiding out. Because you know, when you start the game, you're just like a dude with no armor or weapons or anything, and there's spooky monsters at night. And I was in their server, wandering around looking at stuff. But they have this door. You can make different doors. Lumpz the Clown. You don't know what I'm talking about, right?
No idea.
Yeah. Okay. I'm taking you down this path with.
He's not a crafter.
All right, let's do it.
But you can make different types of doors. Some you can see through, some you can't. And they had this one door, and I couldn't see through it. It led outside. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a treehouse. It's probably fine. Open the door. Fucking zombie right in front of my face. Ah!
Oh, shit.
Growling at me, punching me, and I'm punching him back. And he killed me. It's like, oh, this game's hard. It's
Jump
scary.
scares.
I've said it before, but there's one of the very few games that ever scared me is Minecraft, and I don't know why.
Yeah, you were the guy that suggested to me that it could be construed as survival horror with the right settings in place.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Super cool. I have no big interest in making like all of Westeros in Minecraft or the Starship Enterprise in Minecraft. I was like wandering around and trying to not die.
Make a giant Steve head, like, and then hype above it.
There you go. Just make a valley of cocks.
It's gonna happen now.
But I was in Kyle's room, and like it made me think it's funny because like in reality I'm in a bachelor apartment and it's pretty cramped. We were talking before we started about that we've got boxes piling up behind me. It's just in this world you can just make a room as big as you want, and that's a nice feeling. Now I'm depressed. Anyways,
normally I do, but yeah, should be good.
Fun to wander around if you don't feel like doing much of anything, but you want to do something. That's when Minecraft comes in handy, I think. Yeah,
and I can see your point with the survival horror. Like you're in a dark cave and it's pretty dark, and you just hear this, so you know it's a creeper. But
like I always try and keep an eye on all corners. But I was following the boys there as they were running around one of their deep caves, and there's this like sneaky, hidden, unexplored cave things up high, and I was like, the monsters could come out of there. We should take care of that. And they're just like running through. I'm like, no, you're a maniac. You can't act this way. It's crazy. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Anyways, different styles. It's kind of like being in the zombie apocalypse, really, because you see how different people handle different situations. That was kind of funny to see that in Minecraft. So
everyone plays differently.
So thanks for being here tonight, Kyle. And of course, I am Steven. Everyone, thanks for listening in on this latest episode of the CAPMAX HYPECAST. You're probably listening to the edited version, which is available over on Podomatic until my own limited bandwidth runs out and I delete an old episode to make room for a new episode. because I don't want to pay 60, 80 bucks a month. I do, but it's so expensive. Or if you're watching live, no one is, as far as I can tell. But keep an eye on my Twitter, and we'll always let people know when we're going to be doing one of these records. You can pop in live and talk to us in the chat. It's over on YouTube. And of course, this is all under CAPMAX Gaming. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Steven Eider, Steven with a V, EIDHER. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you know over there it's CAPMAX Gaming. Or if you're on Twitch, why don't you play video games live? And there's going to be a lot of monster hunting on that channel.
When hasn't there been?
True that. CAPMAX _ Gaming. Okay.
More to come.
Hold on, boys. I've mixed a Mexican slice of pizza with water, but now coffee. Oh boy, we're going down. Shit. We're going down some dark tunnels. I can feel it. It'll be fine.
Stream.
Yeah. If we need to call a break, we will though. This might be rough. Anyways, that does it for intros. Let's move on to which one playing, which one watching. That time of the show when we discuss which one playing, which one watching. Be it games, movies, TV shows, books, board games, whatever. It's up to you, boys. So let's start off with Lumpz. Lumpz, which one playing, which one watching?
Oh, a whole bunch of shit. When I actually get a chance to sit still, I've been watching. I've got 2 episodes into the new Defender series on Netflix, and so far I'm impressed personally. But there's a lot of nerds out there that get mad at me for showing love for that, and I don't give a fuck, dude. So it's like I can watch it for what it is because I don't have a lot of back history with the characters. I haven't been reading the comics since the 60s. I'm not a rabid comic collector. That's the direction I could have went, but I decided video games was going to be my bag because I can't afford 2 hobbies like that.
Don't get into Transformers.
Yeah, I've seen your Twitter, man. It lighting up all the time.
It'll wreck you. It'll ruin you.
Beyond that, though, I rewatched No Country for Old Men. Totally love that movie. I mean, the Coen brothers nailed it. Like, just amazing. And beyond that, I
don't remember if I've seen that. I feel like I did, but a while ago, and I don't remember what it is now.
Just think, dude, with like a cattle killer, air powered, and he's got like this fucking pumpkin pie haircut thing, like Harry does in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
But he's like a total psychopath.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. And, yeah, I mean, beyond that, I picked up Ocarina of Time 3D. It's the first time I'm ever playing that game, and I'm enjoying it so far.
That's a good one. That's on the 3DS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
It was for like $15, and then I had Majora's Mask right next to it. They wanted fucking $32 for that one, and I was like, nah, can't do it.
That one's a tougher sell for a lot of people, myself included. I didn't finish it last time I was playing on the 3DS. I got to the Zora section, and they wanted me to find a bunch of fish eggs and all that stuff, and I kind of lost interest at that point.
Sounds pretty intense. I mean, beyond that, though, the last thing is that I've been playing Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario Sunshine on my Wii. But what makes it interesting is I got one of those Wii to HDMI converters. And I was like the most skeptical person you could come across. I like combed through Amazon over and over and over again, trying to find one that didn't suck ass. Finally found one. It's by this company called WSTD. And it doesn't burn my Wii up, nothing like that. Yeah, something just like that.
Oh,
okay. So it's like a different brand. It's okay then. It won't burn my system up.
That brand might. I don't know. The only one I used was the WSTD one, and that one didn't do any of the weird shit that the other ones did. I'd say as long as you don't smell any ozone and your audio's working fine, then you're probably good.
I got a backup. $20. I really just get hype.
Yep.
I don't know why that's.
Do you have a backup for your backup?
I could have bought one that same day. I don't know why.
I only got my one Wii, man. If I burn it up, I'm gonna fucking cry like a baby. That's not good.
Well, this was $20 from a thrift store, so they're not too bad to find.
Okay.
Nowadays, more. I don't know. I've been seeing more Wiis showing up. I could have bought a couple more recently, but I was like, nah, this is. I'm first to admit, this is one reason why I'm broke by the end of the next paycheck.
That reminds me, I got to back up my game library before something terrible happens.
Good thinking. Luigi's Mansion, huh? That's the Dark Moon or whatever it was called.
No, that's the original GameCube
Oh,
release.
okay. I don't know if I played that one as much. I barely played it. I think I tried it, but that was as far as I got. I played the 3DS one a fair bit. It's pretty good. Kind of
I'm like 2 hours in. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
And I even got the idea for it from my buddy Dan, Winterion Studios. Dude actually showed a video from YouTube where he was playing like Mario Tennis or something like that using an upscaler.
Mm-hmm.
It looked fucking amazing. So I was like, I want to go play GameCube games on my Wii now.
Yeah, exactly. It's good for Mario Sunshine. I like that game.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
me too.
But yeah, I got that thing, the same thing. I don't know if it's the exact same one, but I got that on eBay for pretty darn cheap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's neat. I've got one for the PS2 as well, but that one doesn't work as well. I don't know why.
I haven't seen Metroid Prime yet, but I imagine it's probably going to be like.
I bet.
Should look good.
Very good.
Got to do Twilight Princess, the GameCube version, if you get a chance. That would look nice.
Yeah.
I had the Wii version for a while, but I lost it. I can't find it anywhere. Well.
Yeah. Was that on 3 different consoles?
2 as far as I know.
Twilight Princess. Was it on GameCube? Yeah, because it was on GameCube, but then they did it on Wii as well, but then they reversed the map or something. So I understand it.
Yeah, I think they like mirrored it because Link's right-handed on the Wii.
Of course, because the majority of people are right-handed. Pussies. And then they redid it again on the Wii U, and no one cared because no one loves the Wii U. I love the Wii U.
Me
so
too,
depressing.
man.
I hate that Switch.
Yeah, I like it.
Ruined everything. What a kick in the balls to all Wii U owners. But we'll get into that over on the Nintendo Watch. All right, very good. Anything else you want to bring up, Lumpz?
No, that about covers it on my end.
All right, very good, very good. Kyle, what you been playing? What you been watching?
Oh, just a few things myself. I do got to point out to both Lumpz and I have a pretty scary mask on, so I like it. This is probably a little prettier. Let's see, playing wise. Speaking of Zelda, I have been playing through some Breath of the Wild. I know that's been a hot topic on some HYPECAST recently, but
heck yeah,
almost done. I've done the 4 Guardians, one of the dragons, so I probably hopefully finish it up in the next couple days. Looking forward to it. Somehow I managed to avoid any spoilers, so
yes,
I don't know how. So it's going to be exciting, just in time for that DLC stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's not much to spoil. It's more of an experience game than a story game.
Yeah. It's like, gee, I wonder what will happen. Yeah. I just got The Last of Us remastered for the PS4. A little bit of a slow start, but I think I'll look forward to playing it more.
Yeah.
Jeez. I always have like gaming ADD because I go from one game to another.
Me too, man. It's all good. I got 3 games right now.
Yeah, I always have several. Saboteur I have for the PS3. It's kind of a GTA, but set in Nazi-occupied France in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's been... it's unique. It's very fun. Lots of stuff to do in that game when you're not doing the main story.
Isn't there nudity?
I kind of want to get back... and it's the add-on content. You have to buy separately.
Yeah, I remember.
That's like it's called like the midnight show or something like that.
It's like a burlesque show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. They always get you in the DLC, I tell you.
I sucked $5 out of me, but
it's like a poor Street Fighter. It's like, oh, we'll just make more characters, then we'll make them pay extra for them. It just feels so wrong when you do that in a fighting game like that. How does that even work? If you fight someone,
I actually dig it.
Like, can you just not fight them if they pick that character, or is it there but they just won't let you use it? I think it's that one. Like, you can fight people who use the character, but you can't use the character yourself unless you pay them extra money for it. That's so stupid.
I think that is the way it goes.
I don't like it.
You see them using X. Yeah. It's a weird setup. Well, I'm drawing a blank. Nothing too much on the Xbox side right now. And handheld-wise, I've been diving into Samus Returns.
Oh, lucky! I want to.
For the 3DS. Yeah, it's I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it. It's not super great just yet, but I think I need to spend more time with it. It's a little weird to control, but I think it'll be a must-have.
All right, good to know.
I felt
actually,
zero
yeah, not
hype
much-
for that game. I don't know why. I've never really been much of a Metroid fan. Actually,
Yeah,
Knowledge.
I prefer Castlevania.
It's okay. I do too. I love Castlevania, man. I don't think anything will ever get me away from it, even after this
That's
last
fair.
Zone of Brutality, man.
There you go.
That's fair. Yeah, it's still no Super Metroid, but
Yeah.
at least it's something.
How are the
So.
graphics? Are they better than Potato?
Better than Potato. I find that I had to play with the 3D off. I don't think the 3D is very good in that game. Maybe it's just me, but I wasn't too impressed. It's better to play with it off, in my opinion.
Yeah, Potato graphics is one of my favorite expressions.
Well, how about this? Is it better than AM2R?
I doubt that.
See, I never dived into it, but probably not.
Well, that's the thing, because the pixel graphics are generally timeless. Like that's just moving art right there. But then you get from all the footage I've seen of Samus Returns, it just looks grungy and it just
Yeah,
bleh.
it's kind of polygonal.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it could be a lot better than what they made. Makes me think they really rushed that one.
Really, they should do a demo. I think that would really help that game's sales out. People like myself who just see the footage from the trailers like, ugh, bleh. I heard the combo counter reversal things are pretty fun to do, but
As long as you have that timing down, yeah.
Me, I don't care. I can live without it.
Mhm.
That's good. I'm glad it's worth your time. It needs a demo.
It's been okay.
It really needs a demo. Ugh. All right, very good. Anything else?
Yeah, watching wise, just not much. Actually trying to catch up on a lot of YouTube videos and podcasts from people I follow and Cartridge Club stuff. I'm like, just keep pumping them out, and there's more people who keep getting added. I'm like, slow down for a little bit. Yeah, but Netflix wise, yeah, I've just got into that Parks and Recreation not too long ago. That's been kind of fun to watch.
Okay.
And yeah, just watching a lot of Star Trek lately.
Hell yeah.
Pretty hyped myself for that Discovery, which starts tomorrow.
That's crazy. What have you seen Orville?
I have not.
Really? Okay, I was going to bring it up on mine, but yeah. I only saw one episode, and I wasn't blown away. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't particularly excited to watch more of it either. So it might be something to maybe watch an episode 2 and an episode 3 if I just have the time and don't want to do anything else. But I have something else that I have been keeping my time with, and we'll get to that shortly when it is my turn.
I think it's probably your turn now. That's about all I've been up to.
Good stuff. What Star Trek were you watching?
Well, actually, I have them all on Blu-ray and DVD now, so I've been trying to start in order from Enterprise. So lots of that. I know original series is. Well, I like Enterprise. It's been.
No, I do.
I never got into it originally, so.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. It's just funny that you said I started with Enterprise because chronologically that is accurate.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of the other
fiction time, not for our real time where it'd be.
Yeah.
Kirk and Spock.
Otherwise, yeah, I'm more of a next gen and Voyager, kind of that time period. So it's kind of interesting, kind of watching them chronologically like that. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Discovery, so.
We'll see. We'll see how good it is.
We'll see, yeah.
All right, well, that's too good a segue to pass up. So I'm going to go into my what you've been watching. I might as well start off with, as Kyle just mentioned, Star Trek Enterprise. What I'm holding here is the complete series in Blu-ray form, and I actually found this at a thrift store. And I got this, some games, some movies, and such, blah, 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 for like $20, which is pretty good, damn good deal if you ask me. Like, look at this. Look at all them discs.
Whoa.
That's a whole lot of discs.
Yeah, that's the box that I have, except you have a different cover to yours.
Yeah, I think this is the UK version because you can tell it looks like it's got those Peggy You know those?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
European.
Yeah. If I drink much more of this stuff, I'll be European all over the place. Oh,
Oh,
no, no. That will
But
not be the
tish.
show title. That will not be the show's title. Yeah, no, Star Trek Engine is pretty good. I remember disliking it back in the day because I felt we were kind of robbed because, you know, there's this progression, right? There's Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and there's, you know, a single solitary timeline, one to the other. Definitely became more Borg focused as it went on, but, you know, it is what it is. But then they're like, well, let's keep going backwards now. Like, what? Huh? And I was like, we're going to tell a prequel story. And I wasn't so sure I was down with that at the time. And I think back at that point, we were all kind of a bit burnt out on Star Trek, perhaps. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was there not a time when you could have both, like, Deep Space Nine and Next Gen on at the same time on TV? Not the exact same time slot, but there'd be, like, one a show, and then maybe go right into the other one.
Yeah, I think
I remember that.
I wasn't a fan back in the day. Oh, go ahead.
Like, that's a lot of Star Trek all at once. And then
the
Voyager
movies.
came along. Yeah, this is definitely
The movies at the same time.
What was it? First Contact? Was that the one? Was Zephyrum? Random guy who makes a warp engine somehow, and then Vulcans are like, "Oh, you're cool now. We're gonna talk to you." That was the movie.
First Contact, yeah.
I think this whole series was thought up because of that movie. I guess that movie must have been pretty popular if it went into this. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see them be like, "Oh, we're new to the space. We don't know what to do, but we're just gonna fly around."
Yeah.
It would never happen nowadays, though. I'm just saying, like, the financial costs of just having a starship that can warp. Then they're just like, let's go that way. And then, like, they're really lucky because are there any other ships in Starfleet at this point? It seems like they're the only ones.
Yeah, very. It sounds like it's very few.
Like, it's a really dangerous mission. They're like, we're going to discover new planets and new civilizations and probably go and all that. But it's like, it's really dangerous in space. Klingons and Romulans and Lumpz the Clown.
Of course.
All these hostile alien life forms floating around looking for trouble. Oh, man. But it's fun.
Frightening.
A lot of, like, really obvious, like, this is going to be the Prime Directive, and this is going to be a teleporter, and this is going to be a photon torpedo, and this is going to be a holodeck, and all this foreshadowing. So it's fun if you know the other shows. Okay, let's look down the list here. So it was Enterprise. Good show. I like it. It's unfortunate I didn't give it a chance back in the day, but I'm enjoying it now. And I'm enjoying it now for the first time. Monster Hunter Stories, that is officially out now. That's on the 3DS. For some reason, it's not on my list at all, which is crazy because, as you know, I do enjoy the monster hunting. Now, this game, instead of hunting the monsters, you're actually befriending them, and they're helping you complete your little mission, which is pretty much like Star Trek. You're just exploring stuff and talking to people. I don't know if the game would be that popular for people outside of the Monster Hunter fan base. Like, I'm looking at these monsters, just the design. A lot of them are pretty darn strange. I don't know if the average gamer would really find it appealing, but it is a really good game. So if you like being like little cave kids running around, riding on dinosaurs to fight and befriend other dinosaurs, it's pretty neat. I don't know if you guys have played any of the Dragon Quest games on 3DS, but it kind of has that sort of graphic style where everything's kind of chibi. It's kind of 3D. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, it's fun. If you like the other Monster Hunter games, you'll definitely enjoy this. And the Amiibo.
I always wanted to get into those, but never have yet.
This might be a good spot for it. It's very, very, very beginner friendly for RPGs and Monster Hunter. I think it gets harder as you go along, but I think there's like a new game plus where you get to do it all over again, but everything's twice as tough, which is usually how Monster Hunter goes. But yeah, I'm really digging it. And there's a really, really nice amiibo to get with the game, but unfortunately, they don't have them domestically. You have to import the Japanese version, which is pretty weird.
Oh, of course.
But at least the game still supports them. It does mention the amiibo in the corner. And, like, they didn't take any features away from the game. All they did basically was just translate and just release it. Here you go. But yeah, if you like amiibo, man, whew, those Monster Hunter Stories amiibo, those are damn sexy. I haven't even opened mine. I bought 3 of them, and they're so pretty, and I don't want to open them. I don't need them, but I'll open them because they're cool.
He's talking to you, Mighty Q Dog.
There you go. Oh boy,
Yep.
it's so easy, boys, to not open things nowadays. I have nothing. Well, I don't know if you can see it. I've got the wall of Funkos over there. Can you see that? Let me just break the 4th wall here. Let me just do that.
Oh, a tour.
Yeah. So I just moved my webcam over, and there's a wall of Funkos. But now, as you can see, there's also a secondary wall. You got some Sega Genesis games here. You got some Blu-rays there. You got a Transformer there. It's kind of an awkward thing to do with this angle. You got some DVDs over there. Out of control. Out of control.
Wow.
Didn't drop you. Okay. Next up, a game I played not too long ago on the Xbox One, The Town of Light. I did a video on this. It's not the most popular video. I want to do more gaming videos for the YouTube channel, which is called CAPMAX Gaming. Makes sense, right? Gaming videos on a gaming channel. But when you only get 19 views, I mean,
What is that?
kind of hard to keep going on videos. But it's not bad. It's a very depressing game. It's about you guys know walking simulators, right?
Firewatch, Journey.
Don't fall into P1's trap. But yeah, it's like Firewatch or Dear Esther or Stanley Parable. Any of these games are literally just walking.
Oh, okay.
Here's a game
like
I would have.
Parable.
Yeah, I love that game. Stanley Parable. Here's a game that really could have benefited from. I said in that video, but I really would have liked if there was like a New Game Plus we could run. Because if you just want to explore and just look around and get places quickly, you can't because you literally are walking. So it's when they are called walking simulators, that is literally because you can't run. And he plays this girl who goes back to an insane asylum that she was admitted to as a teen. And this happened in like the turn of the century, we'll say 1920s or something like that. So it's kind of like if you boys know Silent Hills hospitals, kind of get an idea of what we're talking about here. Really spooky early medicine, that kind of pioneering stuff where you really don't want to be there when it's happening, but you're glad it did if you're in the future. Medicine is better now. Like those were the kind of techniques that led to hopefully more humane techniques now. So it's kind of her time in this insane asylum as you're kind of getting this feeling that these doctors are kind of testing out new techniques on the patients to try and get them better. But at the same time, it's kind of really graphic and it sticks with you. You'd probably like this game, Lumpz.
Wow. Sounds awesome. What is it again?
It's called The Town of Light. It's kind of a horror game, but not really. It's supposed to be more touching on mental health issues. But yeah, it even has choose your own adventure style moments where you can like pick different outcomes. I didn't really see. I only played the one playthrough, and I haven't done another one since. I don't really want to do it again. You know how it is with like the Telltale games. When you chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, that character died, that character lived, and it's kind of the story as you've made it, and then you keep moving on. You don't really want to go back in time, because suddenly you're rewriting everything. Not unlike Star Trek Enterprise. But yeah, like I don't know, it's tricky. I really don't see the need to replay it, but it was neat. Some neat ambient music, kind of depressing, kind of emo at times. I was watching the video I did of the game later, and I was thinking I didn't really mention much of the character's monologue, and I kind of tuned out a lot of it because it's sort of like emo girl poetry reading. And I'm just like, I don't feel like this is doing the game any favors. It's talking about depression and early medicine and being trapped in a spooky insane asylum, and then she starts going, "I am nothing. I am worse than dust. My life has no meaning," and all that stuff. It's like, I don't know. I don't really needed to be there. Anyways, interesting stuff. You want to give her a go? That's
where you put the Spotify on and.
No, you'll ruin the atmosphere. But yeah, it has really impactful ending. I won't spoil that though. It's pretty neat if you see it. If you want to know what happens, I'll watch that video and I talk about it at the end. Near Automata, I played a bit of that on the PS4. I didn't buy it. I just borrowed it from our local library. I've been hearing some people out there claim that Nier Automata is even better than Breath of the Wild. I wouldn't go that far, but I haven't gotten that far into the game yet, to be fair. So I really don't have the right to dispute such a claim. But if you like Platinum games, it's more of that. Hallway fighting game, combos, air combos, a dodge. You're just invincible for a couple seconds because that's just how dodges are nowadays. It's the Dark Souls dodge, I guess. And it's neat story.
One thing I know about Nier Automata is that my feed lit up with a whole bunch of Rule 34 shit right after release. Like right after release. I couldn't believe it.
It was the butthole controversy.
Yep.
That was the rumor. They'd gone really into detail as far as your character's anatomy.
Wow. Okay. I mean, makes sense, though, I guess.
You get those camera angles in the right spot when you're climbing those ladders.
Couple extra styles.
And you zoom right up in there, and then people are seeing it.
Zoom right up in there.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us did that. They just don't want to admit it. It's like
yeah.
I think that
they
was
know
just
some of their audience.
It was like a Photoshop, but yeah, it definitely helped the game with its popularity, I think. We all love the anime bees. That's just what it is. It's just gamers in general. Super long story short, it's a world where aliens came down and they dropped a bunch of robots on Earth, and humans had to leave to the moon because there was robots causing trouble. Excuse me. And now, we'll say 100 years after that, humans have made androids who look like sexy humans. And then they send the androids down to wipe out all the robots so the humans can come back to Earth. Yeah, something like that. And you're just running around post-apocalyptic Earth. There's all these little toy-like robots just wandering around, just living life. One thing I kind of like about that is a lot of the robots don't even attack you. They'll just be there, and you can be there and not attack them too. And everything's fine. Robots and androids getting along. And I really thought that was neat. There's this boss you fight who is an android that the robots make themselves. I'm sure there's more story to that. I haven't found that in the game yet. But he kind of looks like a naked Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Just this android guy. He's the boss. But if you don't attack him, he doesn't attack you. So the intense, hype-filled boss music is going on, and you're just standing there. He's just standing there. Everyone's just standing there, and just like, well, huh. It's all peaceful. The game forces you to get violent, though. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, neat game. Great music. Those Nier games are known for their cool music.
Steven, do you like the idea of a ton of those endings, like lots of multiple endings for that game?
Maybe.
If you play it like 10 times?
Maybe. I'll have to see it. When I'm there, I'll know. Like I do when I at least get the first ending, but that's a game that has like 26 endings or something like that. One for every letter. And I hear sometimes you play as different characters, or sometimes there's like minute differences, but we'll see. We'll see. Depends how much I like the game by that point. It's kind of I almost want to say retro in its style. It kind of feels like I'm playing a PS2 game again. You know, that just got that kind of jankiness. The 3D that's not the best. Like, remember Castlevania on the PS2? Like the first one? Lumps, maybe?
Yep, a bit of innocence for sure.
Yeah, it kind of has that feeling to it where it's kind of not necessarily smooth, just kind of more chunky. You know what I mean? Just the gameplay, the feel of it, the rhythm of it. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that got me about Lament of Innocence was the camera would get janky sometimes. But other than that, I loved the game. Yeah,
I do too, but it has that feel to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't quite feel modern. It's like they're still sorting stuff out. I don't know. It's fine though.
Yeah. Konami was always legendarily kind of like, I don't know about 3D for Castlevania. That's why they went back to 2D.
Did you play the second one on PS2 though? That's a cool one. I like that one. With the monster helpers, kind of like Monster Hunter Stories. Boys, I have a giant spider in that game now. It's super cool.
Nice.
Alien Covenant. Now, before we get into this movie, I want to point out that I've been trying to start a spin-off series of this show, which I will call the CAPMAX Movie Cast, where me and a random guest will discuss movies. But I'm having a heck of a time locking people into set time and place to do that, so it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully that'll happen. I don't know. You never know. If it does happen, I want to talk. We'll probably do all the Alien movies. Why not, right? I like all the Alien movies. Well, except Requiem. That doesn't count. Kind of counts. I hate that movie. It's so bad. It's so dark and rainy the whole time. And just, anyways.
Don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, you're not missing much. Alien Covenant. This is the prequel to the first Alien, but it's a sequel to Alien Prometheus. Yeah. But Prometheus, they felt maybe people didn't realize it was part of the alien world, so they called this one Alien Covenant instead of Prometheus 2. I don't know what their plan was. I don't want to spend too much time on it now, but it was okay. One thing I didn't like about it, the aliens weren't really much of a focus. There's another character who comes back from the first movie who's more or less the main focus of the whole movie. It's more their story than the aliens. And I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't great. I do want to do more. I'll get into it in greater detail in such a movie cast if that ever happens. It was fine. Not great. Twin Peaks and Game of Thrones.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I won't spend much time at all on both of these, but I finished watching the latest season of Twin Peaks and, of course, the latest season of Game of Thrones. Once again, I was kind of hoping to do more podcasty stuff with those, but we didn't. It is what it is. Twin Peaks, as weird as ever. Good luck figuring out what happened there. A lot of weird stuff. I think I enjoyed it. I watched it all. You don't really know what's happening when you watch a Twin Peaks episode. It's weird, and that's why you're there. Yeah, it's kind of like Silent Hill. Maybe Silent Hill is like Twin Peaks. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. It was weird. A whole lot of weird. There's one character who comes back because he was in a place for like 15 years because that's why there's like this time difference. But he comes back as this completely different character named Dougie Jones, and I love me some Dougie Jones. He's this guy who's he's barely there at all, but he's just the most fun character to watch in a TV show. And I love me some Dougie Jones. That's all I'll say. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I can barely. There's no way I can explain it. Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. Another series done. I think the next one is the last season, which is sad, but yeah, good show. Lots of ice.
2019 for that.
Ugh. That's forever away. Ghost in the Shell. I watched the live action movie once again, and I won't spend much time at all. It wasn't good. Not because it was full of white actors. That really doesn't matter for this story. It just wasn't a good movie, period. So if you've heard that the movie isn't good, that's why. It's not because of the actors they picked. It's just not a very good movie. Just watch the original anime movie, Ghost in the Shell, from the 80s or 90s, whatever. Just, yeah, that's good. Watch that one. That's a good one. Don't watch the live action one. It's not good.
All right.
I got one left tonight. It's Transformers last night. Oh, boy.
Ooh.
It was okay. I watched it digitally because they want every movie to be watched digitally before it comes out on Blu-ray now. I don't understand why. Once again, Michael Bay Transformers. Don't ask questions for the story. Just appreciate that everyone's running around. There's explosions, robots. And maybe you'll have a good time. Maybe it was okay. I think some of the toys are neat, but they're overpriced because they were like low movie come out. Let's jack prices up $10 each, and that was a bad decision because those things are just sitting on shelves because the movie is not doing all that well. Maybe when the Blu-ray comes out, it'll make more money, but I don't know. There's supposedly the next Transformers movie is going to take place in the 80s, and they people who report on the sort of thing have said they've seen a bunch of 80s cars like Datsuns and all that. I'm like, man, if they got Datsuns in the next Transformers movie, sign me up.
That would be awesome. Fucking Yugo.
Mm-hmm. Get like a Honda CRX in there. Like a
Geo Metro.
Yeah, Celica. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'm down for that. All right, that's enough of that. So let's shut down what's playing, what's been watching. Does anyone need to take a washroom break?
Sure.
I think I'm good. Oh.
We got one sure. We can call a 5-minute break for this?
Works for me.
Okay. All right. Well, this is our official break time, our official recess, which means we're all going to do what we need to do for a couple minutes and come back. So for anyone watching live, just stay tuned. If you're listening to this on the audio version, please enjoy whatever random song I put in. I'm gonna sneak somewhere. I'm sure the Star Trek Enterprise theme song. So that might be coming next. It might be something else. We'll see. But anyways, stay tuned. We'll be right back with the CAPMAX HYPECAST.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Okay, this is our official break time. So do what you got to do, and we'll meet back in a moment. Sound good?
See you guys in a minute.
All right, yeah.
Go.
Oh.
BRB.
Mm-hmm. And anyone watching this after it's been recorded, just skip ahead 5 minutes or whatever. It'll be fine. I don't really need to do anything just yet. Darn, there's no timer. Oh. All right, I'll be right back too. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Kyle said, "Did you take a break?" Now he's taking the longest break.
Yeah, he is pooping over there or something.
Making a mess.
I was watching a stream one time with Dolly Popka, and his wife and somebody else was there, and I think the dude that was there is like, "Hey, where'd Popka go?" And on live stream in front of like 200 people was like, "Oh, he's taking a shit."
Mm-hmm.
And everyone started calling him the Dolly Poopka after that. Right after she said it too, she looks at the camera and go, "Oh!"
Dropping a deuce.
Mm-hmm. Do what you got to do, man.
Mm-hmm. I haven't opened the energy drink yet. Don't know what'll happen. I don't know.
Probably a good idea.
I don't need it, but I'm curious to try it.
Mm-hmm.
This is P2's favorite from the Cartridge Brothers. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Splashing all over the place. It's purple.
What? Usually those blue energy drinks are. What I've noticed.
It's not bad.
Is it like blueberry?
Kind of.
Is that what you said it was?
Yeah, mixed berry.
Whoa. All right.
Oh, boy. Yep, this is the official exclusive recess for anyone watching the video. Where we do nothing. They updated the Podomatic site. It's trickier. I gotta click on each episode to see the descriptions now.
Wow.
You were on the episode with Kevin, right?
Yeah, I think I was like a million years ago, maybe. Like,
yeah,
that was a while back.
Just trying to remember which one it is. I have to click on them all to get my descriptions going.
I haven't been on Podomatic myself in forever, but now that I got this site, I got to get with my admin folks and see if I can increase my upload speed or my upload limits, Because if I can get that going, then yeah, I could definitely put the HYPECAST like in my sidebar or something. I mean, I know we talked about that a while ago, but I didn't have the ability to host back then.
Nice. Well, let me know what works.
I don't have a limit on the bandwidth I can upload, but yeah, they do put a limit on what I can like upload to my media files.
Holy shit, we had FitNet on an episode. That's episode 2. Crazy.
I remember that first episode I did. I was with Yoshi, I believe, and then there was someone else.
Really?
Yeah, that was like super old school, like episode 1 or 2.
There you go. That was episode 4 with you, Kevin, and Trent. I haven't seen Trent in forever.
Wow.
He did all the editing for me, which was awesome.
Yeah.
What a bro.
I remember Trent.
Now he's gone. Still around somewhere, I guess. Is that Kyle?
Hey, Kyle.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Someone's going to get shocked.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Kyle.
Oh, there's... Okay,
Steven said you was pooping.
No.
I was not pooping.
All right, everyone back? Okay. I think
I'm back.
where's the show's going, so no one's in the chat.
Yeah.
I only have it up on the YouTube really, so it can be up once the edited version is gone. It's never gone. I always have the files. I just don't have them really accessible anyway. I don't have requests for them. I don't know. It's fine. All right, so everyone's back.
We're back. What's that?
And we're back. Welcome back to more CAPMAX HYPECAST. We just took a little recess there. I decided I would sneak in the Star Trek Enterprise intro song in that little recess there, so I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't like the song when it first came out, but now I dig it. It's cute. Not cute. What's the word? What's a good word? Catchy. It's kind of homely, kind of familiar. You know that song, right, Kyle?
Optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like it. I like it.
Been alone.
They wanted to do something different with the prequel, so.
Getting from there to here. It makes me depressed, though, because I'm like, I don't know if we're going to get that far now. World is bad now. Everyone is super greedy and everything costs too much. I'm worried about future. Climate change and all this nonsense. Anyways, I looked up the Stargate thing real quick, and according to Wikipedia, in January 2017, Shout Factory announced it had acquired the rights to Stargate from Caruso and Arthur and intends to work with JM Productions to reboot the series, along with additional projects. No broadcast date has been determined yet. So who knows? Maybe there's a new Stargate on the way where they play new arcade games. I'd watch that. That'd be awesome. I don't really see that happening, but
I like the idea.
Mm-hmm. I want to see the old episodes come out on Blu-ray or DVD. That'd be awesome. They played a lot of weird old arcade games I'd never even heard of. I was really impressed with all these games I'd never heard of. It's like, whoa, a lot of whoa.
I recommend Crazy Balloon.
Okay.
It's like you're a balloon. You got to go through this maze, this labyrinth of spiky balls, and they throw shit at you. Like you can get bonuses for going through narrower paths. Sometimes you'll be going up, and one of those spiky balls will start flying across the screen. Doesn't have a lot of sound to it. It's like dee 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 as you move your balloon, but then when you get hit, it's like this jump scare. Beep! And it's really loud, like beep! Like, but it's fun. I recommend it. It's Taito.
Do you remember who made that? It sounds like I have it as part of like a compilation disc, but
maybe like Midway or something.
It sounds so familiar.
That sound effect is familiar. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that old shit. Super old.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, anyways, we're back, and be warned, I'm officially drinking an energy drink. As beloved by P2 of the Cartridge Brothers, I'm drinking an Amp Energy Focus Mixed Berry. It's pretty good. We'll see. We'll see what
Shout
goes.
out
We'll
to you.
see what happens. If I can never, if I'm just one long run-on sentence for 2 hours, I don't know why. Anyway, so we're
Asparagus
back.
piss.
Say again?
Asparagus piss.
Ew. Anyways, we are back, which means it must be time for the Nintendo Watch, that part of the show, and we take a look at that most wacky and mysterious of companies, Nintendo, and we say, hey, what are they up to this time? What sneaky shenanigans are they ruining society with next? And wouldn't you know it, the only real topic we have for this segment is their most insidious of all plans, the NES and SNES classics.
No.
Word on the street is they're going to make more of each. More NES ones, more SNES ones. And they say they're making more SNES ones than they did for that first year of the NES Classic. Well, boys, what do you think? You boys ready to go through all that again?
Yeah, I'm ready. I got some hot takes on that shit. But, yeah.
Well, use one.
Same.
This is the time for your take.
All right. Well, first of all, I was not really a fan of the NES Classic when I first heard about it because just something about the build didn't sit well with me, and that was around the time that I got my Raspberry Pi. And then, but I didn't say anything. Just kind of hung back and wait for it to come out. The people that get it, of course, are going to dismantle it, see what's inside, all that shit. And it is exactly what I thought it was. It's a Linux board, basically running, it's like an NES on a chip, like a sophisticated one. So it's like exactly like my Raspberry Pi, but it has a crippling 2 gigabytes worth of space. So even if someone did happen to go through all of the trouble to get it hacked, they wouldn't be able to increase the internal storage, thus tethering them to this 2 gigabytes. I got a 126 gigabyte card in my Pi right now, and it can play all those games in 1080p. I've actually shared some of my pictures on my Twitter of games running on my Pi, and I even did that tech demo a while back showing off the capabilities, and all the games look amazing. None of them really look like garbage. Some of them, like the Game Boy Advance, Castlevania Harmony Dissonance doesn't really look the best in 1080p. I'd probably like to play that on the smaller screen. But for the most part, yeah, and I see the SNES Classic kind of going that route. Not to mention the fact that people are like beating the fuck out of each other to get these, and it's it feels like Nintendo could make millions and millions and millions of units, and it would still be a shortage because unfortunately scalpers have about 10 years worth of history and bot evolution to pretty much create this artificial shortage without Nintendo's help. People, there was that thing with Walmart where they had accidentally went live, and then all the bots came in and bought up everything. And then
not even just bots, though. I mean,
yeah,
plenty of people.
Some insidiously, some regular folks were able to get in there too, but the bots, man, like there's just so many of them, and people create these fucking bots and then get them shipped to their house, and then they put them on eBay for like 4 or 5 times the price. I fucking hate scalpers. And this is a scalper's paradise, unfortunately. And I could buy a Pi with the card set up for about $80, get my game on. To me, that seems like a more viable investment. I can play whatever the hell I want.
Did you say you wanted to mod the NES Classic?
That's something folks have done. Yeah.
I never really saw the purpose of that. You're kind of missing the whole point of it, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think for some folks it was a hobby. Derek Moore, Gaming Rebellion, he's the one that told me about the 2 gigabytes worth of space, and he hacked his. I think it was a hobby project.
Yeah.
But he said a workaround for him was to install the zips, which are even smaller than the actual NES ROMs themselves, which probably around like 60 kilobytes is the biggest game I've ever seen on NES. But yeah. It didn't seem to me like it would be worth it. I wouldn't want to hack an NES Classic if I had one. I would like take it out of the box, keep the box, plug it up to my TV, and actually play the damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. I never really understand why people want to hack into these things. Like, if you know how to do that, then you don't need one.
Yep. Get a fucking Pi if you like hacking.
The point is that it's those old games you liked, but now you can hook it up to your modern TV and play a bunch of them. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
People are weird. Like, oh, look at all the stuff I can do. I can make it into a little, it's in a Nintendo shell. Look at that. It's all every game. It's like, yay, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Exactly.
We just want to buy this neat thing because it's in stores and it's fun, and we don't have to do any work, and that's why we want it. People are
True.
weird. Yeah, actually, this is on my phone. I was looking at my images here, and apparently, there's a little sign at our EB Games here. I'll just point that at the camera there. Of course, no one listening can hear that, but open early Friday, September 29th, and then there's a picture of the SNES Classic 9 a.m. See in stores for other participating locations and details. I like the first one. I used it once. I still have it. I didn't resell it. Tempted though, I'll tell you. I mean, if I could get a sweet deal for it, I mean, I understand where the resellers are coming from, and I don't blame them so much as I blame the people who buy from resellers. They're the true problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with the reseller.
It's not wrong for anyone to want to make more money than they had, but it's just, fuck, get a job. You don't have to make money by fucking over your friends and family and neighbors.
Yeah, I can't support them on that level. Fuck that. Like, no way. I put an all-out war on them.
Yeah. But as far as just being a neat thing, I'm glad that they claim that there's going to be more. Of course, no one really feels that it'll happen. It's definitely a wait-and-see kind of situation. I do believe Nintendo did this on purpose because it's something they've always done. They like that wait and see mentality. It's like we'll drop a couple things out, little feelers. If they do well, then we'll probably make more.
Could be
because I mean, I'm surprised there aren't more of these things coming out. There's those crummy ones for the Genesis, but like, why doesn't Sega make a proper, like, well-made Sega NES Classic sort of project? You know, it's like, why doesn't? Remember when Neo Geo did that a while ago? That was pretty cool. It was way too expensive, as Neo Geo always is. But you know, if they made one that was slightly better in price, I'd buy that. Kyle, did you buy that?
Actually, I do have the Neo Geo X. Yeah, it was. Oh shoot, I don't even remember. It was about 200 or so when I.
Yeah, that's too much. It's like no.
Yeah, it's well. Yeah. That, or if you want the real deal, that's 10 times the amount. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's when you want Lump's. That's when you want Lump's sweet pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's some Lump's pie. Yeah.
We just munch down on Lump's pie.
Oh shit.
Not going to be the show title, I promise.
Milkshake at additional cost.
Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, it's not even a topic anymore. I'm so sick of hearing about it. But it's cool. I hope I can get one on payday. Actually, that day was payday, so they know. September 29th, Friday. That's my next payday. Now, oh fuck. I'm trying to save money. I really am. That's the same day when I was hoping to maybe get Gundam Versus for the PS4 as well as Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. So that's like 100, 200, 300 bucks in one day at EB Games.
I miss
that CAPMAX Japan trip's not going to happen.
Oh,
killing me.
You ever make it to Japan, you better post pics, Steve, because that's going to be mind-blowing.
Dude, that's the worst. Like, Darren from the Gaming Pilgrimage podcast, check him out over on YouTube. He goes to Japan for the second time not too long ago. Where are the pictures, Darren? He did 1 or 2 pictures, but I'm just like, if I were there, I mean, I don't know. I've heard the Wi-Fi isn't the best, but I find that hard to believe because it's fucking Japan. I mean, just drop a Twitter image. Like, I ain't going to be, like you said, man, I ain't going to be hugging every lady and fighting every sumo. And just like, get one of those Japanese whistles. All of that.
I can totally see it.
I'm gonna have the
meditating.
I'm gonna be all over that place. I'm gonna be arm wrestling Godzilla, motherfucker. Shit's so hyped. It's like they're just keeping it to themselves. That's all it is. It's like
I want to see this now.
To know all the cool things I'm doing. Anyways, let's move on. So yeah, it's not even.
And one quick thing though, I know with Nintendo and their NES Classic stuff, I do get why they didn't originally make a lot, because those plug and play consoles, as we called them before, they don't sell that well. Like you don't hear those Atari ones selling out, or the Sega Genesis flashbacks selling out, or when Coleco and Intellivision flashbacks, those you don't hear that they sold millions and millions. So,
but they aren't Nintendo.
I get where Nintendo. Yeah, that's true too. So
Definitely not Nintendo.
Nor are they made by the actual companies. This was a Nintendo product by Nintendo for Nintendo fans. Yeah. And as we all know, retro gaming is big business these days. So
everyone loves their Nintendos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You think we'll see an N64 classic?
Whoa, that'd be crazy.
Complete the trilogy.
Want to vomit on my Transformers? This is a rare ass Transformer. I'm not gonna throw up on him though. Or gross. It's coming up again. I would like to see like a Game Boy Classic where there's like a little shell, like a Game Boy. That'd be neat. Bunch of Game Boy games.
Girl.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's real Pie Girl.
Pie Girl.
I feel that they wouldn't. Maybe. I mean, maybe they would clean up the graphics, but those won't age nearly as well as pixel graphics will. I don't know if they want the world to see N64 graphics nowadays because those are rough. But who knows? We'll see. Yeah. So
I agree.
Closing statement. I just hope everyone gets all the NES and SNES classics they want, and everyone has the thing, and no one has to pay 5 times as much from suspicious types. And I hope it all works out. What can you say? We're still waiting on Amiibo restocks around here too, though. Supposedly they made more Amiibo for the Breath of the Wild. I didn't see any of them. Or the Amiibo Nintendo. It's always fucking with us, Nintendo. I'm so sick. That's why I had the PS4 and Xbox One. You can get that Minecraft Xbox One now. It's got the graphics on the system. And at EB Games, I saw you can get Minecraft controllers. There's like a creeper controller and a pig controller.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're kind of neat. I shouldn't ever want one, but I kind of want one. I won't buy one. Too much crap. I just told you about
it. They do look pretty cool. I've never been a fan of skinned consoles, but I don't know. If we do a lot of like Minecraft on the CC Craft or something, it'd be kind of neat to have a console like that.
They're cute. One thing I think is the best thing about the Xbox One is how many controller colors there are. There's so many, and they all look really cool. It's a good controller. It takes.
You can customize your own.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Technically, there's a almost infinite amount of controller colors if you want to pay for that. Anyways, let's move on. That's pretty much what we had for the Nintendo Watch. But Nintendo is also going to be our main topic because I thought it'd be fun to discuss 2 big shows that were online. We have the most recent Nintendo Direct, but surely after that happened, there was also a Sony Japan conference thing for all the stuff coming out for PS4. And I'm like, well, neat. That's a whole shit ton of games we can talk about, so let's get to her. So what I did is I gave the boys here a list. We're looking at it. It's on the show planner. I just wrote a ton of games that were shown off on both shows for the Nintendo stuff and for the Sony stuff. We won't talk on every game because there's a lot that are in those those little videos where it's like 50 games all at once, really quick. We won't go into those. If they didn't get any proper time, we won't worry about it.
A highlight reel or something.
Yeah, that's unnecessary. But we got plenty of games to discuss already, and we'll just go down the list as they showed them in the video. And if we care about the games, we'll talk about it. If we don't care, we'll just move on. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's start with the Nintendo Direct. That was... I don't have the date. I don't care. It's fine. Started off with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Anyone care for Pokemans?
It's smart of them to now do 4 Pokemon games. They used to just get people sucked into buying 2 of them. Now you can buy 4 of the same game. A pseudo sequel to the recently released Sun and Moon, which were good games. You don't need both. Just one or the other. That's fine. Whoa. By the way, yeah, this energy drink, man, I'm just, I can feel it. I can feel the cosmos.
Oh, shit.
Hype intensifies.
It's also making me really hot. Can you hear this if I'm doing the fan? Can you hear it in the mic? Is it good? It's fine.
Tiny bit.
Okay, I'll go back here. Man, I hope they put that old Starcade on DVD or Blu-ray. That'd be awesome. All right. I don't care. Do you guys care? Sun and Moon? Want to move on? Just say no and we can move on.
I liked the Pokemon games back in the day, but I don't think I played anything since past Gold and Silver, so.
Nice. Yeah. If you like Pokemon, I mean, you'll buy this. You don't need me to tell you that you'll buy it because you like Pokemon, but I bought Sun, I think it was, and I played it and I liked it. It was really good. I didn't beat it. I lost interest and I moved on. So I guess I won't buy this either. Looks cool. It's a good Pokemon. They also mentioned that Pokemon Gold and Silver, the one Kyle just mentioned, is coming back on the 3DS eShop. Supposedly that's out now.
Nice.
So that's something. If you want retro, that's Game Boy and Game Boy Color, I'm thinking. It was probably one of
Color, yeah. I'd be up for that.
Yeah. Was it only color? I think it was a color cart.
Yeah.
It was like the ones with a bump on the front. That bump was like a way of saying you can't play this on original Game Boy. That's neat. I like when they did that sort of thing. That's like DRM. We just made the cart a weird shape so it won't fit in the old console. It's neat.
Take that.
Checking the chat. Nothing happened in there. Good. When there's nothing in the chat, I always worry that it's not broadcasting at all. It says it is, which is important.
Yeah, I checked too. You're good.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so that's something. I don't need that. I might buy it if I'm bored. I don't know. The only thing I care about for 3DS right now is Monster Hunter Stories. Good game. I recommend it. By the way, I brought it out. Look, once again, exclusive to the YouTube video, but there I'm holding in front of my camera. This is the Monster Hunter Stories main character with red Rathalos. Look at that. You guys see that?
Nice.
That's a damn.
It looks rather big.
Oh yeah, it's a big one. All right. I don't have any amiibo at hand anymore. Huh. They've been demoted to over there. You can't see it. I've got 3 bins full of amiibo. But yeah, no, it's bootyful. I like that. It's so cool. Actually, I should have put this in the Nintendo Watch, but I think something's happening between Capcom and Nintendo. I don't think they're seeing eye to eye anymore.
Oh.
Seems like they're not doing much of anything with the Switch. Of course, Monster Hunter Generations, aka Double Cross, the one that we're not getting, the one that made me hate the Switch because we can't have it. No announcements, no plans to bring it to North America or anywhere outside of Japan, which means no English. You can play it in Japanese if you really want to, but I don't really want to do that. But I don't know, something's happening between them. I don't think Capcom is in the Nintendo mood these days, and we'll get to it at the end of the show, but big, huge announcement for Monster Hunter being on the PS4, Xbox One, maybe? I don't remember. And PC. And everything that isn't Nintendo, basically. So we'll get into that later, but there's something happening there. I don't think Capcom and Nintendo are seeing eye to eye.
Would explain the absence of the Mega Man Legacy collection on Switch.
It feels to me like the Monster Hunter Stories that I mentioned before and just a moment ago, it feels like maybe that was an under contract thing. Like they had to release it. They made that decision years ago, but it kind of feels like that's the end of their work with Nintendo. That and the shitty Street Fighter for Switch that was just on PSN like years ago.
HD.
What is... Boys, can we just talk real for a second? What is with these Switch people? Why are they so happy to rebuy tons of old games? Like, where were these people in the last 2 generations? Why are they so excited now to play these games that are from old consoles? And it's like,
yeah, you had that.
It's so stupid. Ugh. Is it because it's portable? Oh, I can take it on the go. Woo! Fuck you people.
No, don't have a Switch.
And it's so expensive. It's god.
Those Switch ports come to the Switch are just a lot.
We're gonna get into it. It's
crazy.
It's on the list, but like a lot of these are just it's old crap. It's just like Anyways,
if you're a Nintendo exclusively, it's new to you
though. Port of Sweet Home,
but
translated by guys should be my bag.
A ton of them are just deluxe games that were on the Wii U. Like, it's like Did people really not play the Wii U that much? I played it. I got 2 stacks of games there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's like 30 games. 2 stacks, a couple over there. Like that's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot of games. Anyways, we gotta move
all
on.
the ones worth playing.
Some Mario and Luigi game. By the way, these are all going to be 3DS games for the moment. Mario and Luigi, another remake of what was that? The GBA game, the first Mario and Luigi. It's coming back on 3DS.
Superstar Saga.
Something like that. Do you guys
I
care?
really
I don't
want to
care.
play that one.
You do?
I really want to play, but no experience with it.
But yeah, you said you had the 3DS, so it would be a good spot to get in there. If you do, I have no interest.
I suppose if it's like the Mario RPG game for Super Nintendo, it would be kind of fun.
It is not.
I don't know if they're similar to that or not.
It isn't. It's very gimmicky with the controls. Like one brother is the B button, one brother is the A button, and whatever gimmick they can come up with based on that.
Whoa.
Nintendo is so into gimmicks. It's been like that since the Wii, I guess. Anyways, I have no hype for those. Goomba and Koopa Troopa Amiibo coming out on October 6th, same day as the Mario and Luigi game. So that's cool. I want those.
Yeah, those look awesome.
More Amiibos.
Those are timeless classic character designs on a really neat figure. Hell yeah. Assuming I can find them, of course, once again. Amiibo stock. Any Nintendo stock, forget about it. Holy shit, boys. Once again, I'm just fiddling here with the Monster Hunter Stories Amiibo. And I'm just looking. It's hard to see, but underneath the Amiibo in the packaging, which is still unopened, you can see that you can take the rider off of the monster. So it's actually 2 toys in one.
Whoa.
That's fucking hype. Because I saw someone on Twitter had these, and they had the rider off of the monster. And I was like, did you snap that off? Did you break it? And they didn't answer. But I guess they just come off, and that is pretty neat. If you can put any rider on any monster, fuck, it's over. That's best Amiibo.
Boom.
Best fucking Amiibo. See, that's the Nintendo.
He's going to be opening them all.
Oh man. Yes. This is where Nintendo make me happy. Not remake and remaster and deluxe versions. That's bad. Shame on all of you people for putting up with that nonsense. Anyways, it didn't add to the list, but ARMS is a brand new game. So people support ARMS. Fuck Splatoon. I hate Splatoon. Play Peach Beach Splash, but play ARMS. That looks like a neat game. Anyways, Kirby Battle Royale. Did anyone see that? It was like
looks like multiplayer to me.
Yeah, it was like a top-down Kirby battling game. Do you remember Power Stone? Power Stone.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Dreamcast.
Kind of looks like that, but it's Kirby. Yeah, kind of neat.
Hopefully it'd be a single player because that does look pretty good, but I lack friends sometimes. So
Same here, man. It's all good.
That's why we're talking online right now. Tell me.
Yeah.
I have no hype for it. I'm sorry. I tried to generate it, but no.
I like the announcement they did after that. The copy ability, like they're voting on the best Kirby copy ability.
Oh yeah, it's like a contest or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
Thought that was actually pretty interesting.
There was a lot of Kirby. A lot of Kirby coming out. It must make big money in Japan. I've never been all that excited about Kirby, though, honestly. Yokai Watch 2. Once again, you guys have any interest? It's like Pokemon, but not as good.
Got nothing on that one.
Yeah. It's funny. The fights, like the actual battle, is kind of like Monster Hunter Stories, and it's kind of got like a rock paper scissors thing going. I tried the demo. It looked good graphics. There's a show and merch, lots of merch for that. No Monster Hunter merch in town, but Yokai Watch merch you can find at the dollar store.
Get your Yokai Watch on.
Right. The Yokai Watch itself, the toy that is like a watch that lets you see ghosts or whatever the gimmick is, that was at the dollar store for $4, and I was like, I still don't want it. It's neat, but nope, I got too much junk. So if you do, anyone out there like Yokai Watch 2, there's more of that coming out. Same as Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. It's just like an update, more crap. I'm already bored of talking about it. Professor Layton, 7th game coming out. Puzzles? You guys like puzzles?
I hear you play as his daughter, or
Something like that, yeah.
yeah, I haven't played either of those either, but I'd be interested in trying the series out at some point.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's well made. I think that's the level 5 game. Cool graphics. It's got like this, like a rustic, old-timey European look to it. Looks neat. I have no interest.
Is it like a point-and-click adventure? Or?
No, it's like mini games, but the mini games are puzzles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a story or like a detective in weird Europe.
Yeah.
That'd be a good subtitle. Professor Layton, detective in weird Europe. Moving on. Minecraft on the 3DS. Potato graphics at their finest.
Yep.
Oh, bless you.
That would be
graphics.
it would be interesting to see that in 3D though. I have a little bit of hype for that, but it's like, do I need to buy Minecraft again? Because I kind of want to get it if I get a Switch, get it on the Switch, you know.
Makes sense.
Is that
So
on the Switch, or was it confirmed for Switch? I don't remember.
it's coming. It's coming.
It's going to be that you can connect it to the Xbox and computer and all that.
Yeah, Xbox One.
That'd be cool.
But I like it on Vita, and I have it on Pocket Edition, so
Yeah, the Vita one's
I don't know.
really
It's like
nice.
how many times can you buy it?
Yeah, well, if any game though, man, that's a
Yeah.
countless hours you can put into that. It's not just for kids; it's fun for all ages. Supposedly there's a physical version on the way too. It's just digital right now, but it's out already. That was kind of a fun announcement. Minecraft, it's out already. That's fun. It's not like you have to wait 2 years. I was like, nope, it's out now. Mario Party, the top 100. That's like a collection of all the Mario Party favorite top 100.
Actually, I was pretty excited to see that, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Think you'd pick up a copy?
More than likely. The only problem I got with Mario Party is hard to find people to play it with because that fucking series has shattered friendships.
Did you notice they didn't show any like board games? It seemed to just be the mini games. I don't know. Maybe they didn't show anything.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's not just mini game focused. It'd be nice to have a board.
I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It's been around so long and has the greatest hits version now.
I feel like that and Kirby Battle Royale must have online play though. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah, that'd be the shit. Then I can actually find someone to play with.
There you go. Time will tell.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, they mentioned Metroid Samus Returns, but at that point, I guess the game was just about to come out. But I mean, we've already mentioned that before.
Right.
Looks good if you're into Metroid. I'm not really.
Got mine right there. Boom.
Nice. Once again, I got the Monster Hunter stories.
Boo. Oh.
How dare you, sir?
Well, okay, so for myself, Metroid 2 holds kind of a special place in my heart because it's the game that I played in my dad's break room because he couldn't afford a babysitter. So what I would do, I would do segmented runs for the 8-hour shifts, but then I got so good I was able to do full runs in the 8 hours that he'd dump us in the break room and then pick me and my brother up. So for me, Metroid 2 always will have a special place in my heart. I was one of the first guys to check out AM2R, and then when this was announced, this is actually my first pre-order day one purchase since Manhunt for the PS2.
Ooh.
So I'm excited.
That's cool.
It's going to be a semi-religious experience.
Yeah. There's just so much to pick from nowadays. It's easy. It's becoming easier and easier to not want to buy things and play things. Those games I mentioned that I wanted to pick up on next Friday. I don't even know if I want the Peach Splash game. It's got them anime titties though, but I mean, I mean, we got the internet. It's not like that's a problem. It's not like the scrambled porn channel days. It's not hard to find this stuff nowadays. Atlas RPGs. I didn't even write the name down. Did you guys see anything you liked in there?
Nothing rings off the top of my head. Only thing I really know about Atlas, last game I bought from them was Catherine, and that was pretty sweet.
Nice. Yeah, there was like I can't remember. The amp is. I need more amp. Let's amp up.
Oh, dear. Yeah, the Only note I had was Joe from STC Pod will like those.
Yeah, for sure. I doubt you'll find those at a thrift store anytime soon. But you never know. That's half the fun, really.
Never knew.
Yeah, no. My head is a lawnmower that was out of gas. So it's like, bah, 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 bah. It's like it's not turning over. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't care. There's like a Radiant Historia. It looked okay. There's that dungeon crawling game where you draw the maps. There's another one that was Etrian Odyssey. It's like Etrian Odyssey 5 or something. Whatever. I don't care. Let's move on. Then they showed off a bunch of games real quick. I just wrote etc. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, so now we're into Switch talk. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Anyone into those Xenoblade games?
Still got to play
Never
the first
played,
one myself.
Yeah. Whereas I tweeted out and no one liked it. What did I say? Xenobore Snornicles. Oh, boy. I want that.
They tried to.
And I want
that's
that
the
to
title.
Be yes, thank you. Because no one liked it, I get the episode title.
That's the title. I wrote, for some reason, they try to make it all Game of Thrones-ish on giant titans, but I don't know. You have all these kingdoms, and they all want the sword.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It looks like a fantastic adventure and journey and blah, blah, blah. I think I'm too old for RPGs. I just don't care anymore. It made me want to play Xenogears. I said a tweet not too long ago. I said it'd be cool if they did Xenogears on the 3DS someday. That'd be really neat. I really like that game. I think they're all the same world. I'm not sure. I'm too far gone.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
Not too familiar with that.
They spent a long amount of the show talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I had no interest. And people, like, when this was happening live, I was at work, and I was just reading tweets, and everyone was complaining how long they were going on about this game. So, Xenosnorebornicles.
Like 10 minutes long, I think.
Bit longer than it needs to be. That's not what she said. Anyways, Morphe's Law. Anyone interested in that one? It's like a Lucha Libre. It's kind of like a third-person shooter, but you shoot body parts and they get smaller or they get bigger. It looks super gimmicky.
They get bigger, yeah.
Kind of neat.
Yeah, that seemed weird. I remember that.
Interesting.
It's a shooter on Nintendo, so
yeah.
They knew their game was just
kind of weird.
Gimmick. So they brought their gimmick to the gimmick console. Arena of Valor. It's a MOBA. You guys like MOBAs? Yay. Completely forgettable name. Yay. Completely forgettable characters.
One for about 2 minutes, and I think someone gave me a key for Dota 2 way back. Gave it about 2 minutes, and I'm like, what the hell am I playing? MOBAs are my bag.
Yeah. Hype level 0. Moving on. Skyrim. You guys like the Skyrims on PS3? Now they're on the Switch.
Whoa.
Yay.
Still haven't played it, but yeah.
Play it on your Nintendo console.
Yay. I guess we have portable Skyrim would be pretty neat. Honestly, I've never played Skyrim. It looks cool. I really enjoyed the Gamer Poop Skyrim on YouTube. Hit that up. Those are hilarious.
All right.
A lot of jokes.
I've only played it for about 5 hours myself, so I enjoyed it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Hype is low, but I mean, you'll get a lot of hours out of that, I'm sure. So that'd probably be a smart purchase for Switch owners. Here's a surprising one: Doom and Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch. What?
Yeah, shocked me, man. I was pretty excited when I heard about that.
Probably the shockingness. Yeah.
More games from other consoles sneaking onto the Switch. But, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Like you said, if people only have Nintendo consoles at home, then, hey, here's your chance to play those games that you heard about a few years ago.
Getting harder and harder for the haters to bitch about the Switch not having a lot of cross-platform titles. So, hey!
There it is. Do you guys think we'll see some Fallout or games like that for Switch then? Since it's all Bethesda.
That'd be awesome, but I mean, I haven't played those myself. But
I
more
really
than likely.
Like I know your co-host Fearless Leader loves this Fallout, but
Obsessed.
yeah, I've never played.
Yeah.
I want to play Fallout 4. I remember I was watching some people streaming and it looked like a lot of fun, but those games, they just seem like so much work at the same time. Actually, you know what really grinds my gears is when people, every time I hear someone talk about a Fallout game, they always have to go on about all the mods they've installed. And I find that to be a real turnoff because I don't want to start a game up just to be told, oh, you need to install like 300 mods just for it to be quote unquote playable. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't want to mod it at all. If it is so awful that I need to mod all this nonsense, I don't care.
Talk about the game as it comes out.
Yeah, that's PC gamers though. For they love options and settings and mods. Arcade Archives mentioned this a bit earlier, but
yes,
it's neat. I'm down with that. I know it sucks to pay for ROMs, as people like to put it, but it's cool.
Yeah, I know they're a big hit on the PlayStation side. I have a couple of them, so.
Like I mentioned, Haunted Castle. That's the same kind of thing where it's just an old arcade game now on your home console. It's neat. They're like $10, you know. I'd like them to be less, but I like everything to be less.
Yeah, that's true.
It just comes down to what you want to play at the time, you know. If you want to play an old arcade game, I do want to see that Punch-Out arcade game in action.
Yeah, those. Hopefully, they'll combine them all on a cart or something.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Probably not.
Do they? Well, I guess Rare Replay was one of the last ones. That and Legacy, Mega Man Legacy 2. I guess those were somewhat decent deals.
Possibility.
Unless you're old enough to have remembered playing those games back in the day, and then you're just like, eh. Remember the Mega Man collection on PS2? That was a good collection.
Yes.
It had a lot more games.
I have it on GameCube myself. They did an X collection as well.
See those. Like if they release those, that would be pretty tempting.
How do you guys think they're going to pull off the whole like 2-screen Punch-Out though? Like,
I think it's just all on the same screen.
So it'd be like smaller versions with the 2 screens mashed on it type thing?
I know what you can do is if we're talking about Switch and Portal mode, you just take the little joysticks off, you turn that sumbitch sideways, and now the screen is more for a vertical play than horizontal, right?
That makes sense. Or what about a top display on one screen and a bottom on the other?
Yeah, you could do that. I think you can. I don't know how I don't know how Switch works in that regard, but you'd hope you could have your TV be one screen, then the gamepad be the other, Wii U style. I don't know.
Yeah, you would think that's how that would work.
I'm no Switch expert, though. You know those things are bending?
What?
I love that. Just a little, like there's a little curve, but I'm thinking if you're too intense with your games, you know, I think you just generally stress a controller out. So I think people are doing that, and it's actually stressing out the like the tablet in the middle of the 2 controllers to the point where it's actually got a little curve on some. That's scary.
Yeah, no
console that expensive. I don't want there to be cheap hardware being put in there that makes it bend because you're just getting into the game. I don't like that at all.
Wait for future models.
Yeah, it's always how it is with Nintendo. Breath of the Wild amiibo. That's cool. Like I mentioned earlier, I still haven't found any of the ones that came out before these, but November the 10th. I want them.
Yeah,
cool
the Champions amiibos. Those look pretty kick-ass.
That is such a damn good game. I was thinking about it at work the other night. I feel like that game is almost like I feel I'm not worthy to play it anymore. It's just so good that I've played more than I deserve. Because I want to go back to it. There's a DLC I paid for. One's coming out. One already came out. And I didn't finish the one that came out. And I'm like, if I like this game so much, why didn't I finish all the DLC? I think it's just because the DLC was boring. The real DLC is the one coming out. But the one they released with the DLC dungeon, that was sloppy. There's 2 Nintendos at work here. There's the Nintendo that tries and the Nintendo that just keeps things rolling. And the keep things rolling Nintendo is the one that made DLC Pack 1. And I think the quality Nintendo seal of quality Nintendo, that's the one that's making DLC 2. I hope. Moving on.
Steven's 2 Nintendo theory.
Bunch of sports and Pokken. You guys care about the sports and Pokken?
Is that like a Pokemon Street Fighter game, or
Yeah.
I still don't know what it.
Yep. Once again,
pertains
another
to.
Wii U game they're re-releasing because LOL. Same thing. It's not a bad game. I played the demo. When I played the demo, I didn't feel like I was doing a whole lot. Kind of feel like the game was playing itself. But yeah, it's cool. Big colors if you like fighting games and Pokemons. Something. The sports games. That's when they started to people started to question just how much memory you could sneak onto one of those little carts. Because you need, I think a lot of these sports games require additional downloads, so you can actually play them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, in the gigs,
installs.
like over 200 gigs in some cases. I read. I couldn't
Like
believe
that.
the shit.
So we'll see how that goes once those are really expensive games too. You can buy it was like a $200 game because you buy that version that comes with all the DLC and all that, but crazy. The future is too expensive. Okay, so Project Octopath Traveler. A lot of hype for this online. What do you boys think?
Just heard it by name. Haven't really researched it yet.
Yeah. Kyle, any thoughts on this? Do you feel the
I think
excitement?
I'm actually pretty hyped for this one. Out of all the sort of new games that they showed, this was the one that looked the most interesting to me.
It is a new game.
Square
Give it
Enix.
that.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's how they describe HD 2D.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so you got all these sprites, but they're all high def, and you have these gorgeous painted backgrounds, but you still have your sprite characters, and it's like eight different characters and stories going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very interested to try this one out.
Yes, it kind of reminded me of
Looks beautiful.
Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy III for the SNES. Just look like that kind of graphics. A lot of mountains and kind of that industrial age look to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like early trains.
Each
turn of the century.
Each world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, each world definitely looked different too. You had like I don't know. It was a cool trailer. I'm curious to see more of this.
Yeah. To be honest with you, though, hype level is extremely low, and that's not just because I'm being anti-Nintendo, but it's just I'm glad people are excited to play it. I'm just not into the JRPG scene anymore. But it's I like that you can. I like that the night guy could like fight anyone. That's kind of neat. Or the dancer girl can like allure people to do things. That's cute. There's a game that came out on 3DS. I don't remember what it's called. It's probably an Atlas RPG, but it definitely had a very similar look to it. I don't remember what it's called. It's so generic, these RPGs. Dragon Quest Builders. Once again, that's another game that was on the PS4. Really good game. And if you haven't played it on the PS4, I would recommend it on the Switch. If that's the system you're rolling with. It's Minecraft-like, but it is definitely different enough from Minecraft. So give her a go, especially if you like Dragon Quest. Weird camera.
So basically, you're building your own Dragon Quest. Is that what it is?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
The world exists, but you're like, I think the story is like the bad guys won, so humans are a little more than cavemen at this point. But for whatever reason, your character can like rebuild the world, and he does it one block at a time.
I might actually check that out too. Sounds pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. Horrible admission time, but I bought the PS4 game and I haven't started it yet. I really liked the demo on the Vita, and I beat it. So you could technically say I finished the first world already, but I just haven't actually started the PS4 version, which is the same game, but bigger screen, and it'll be sweet. It'll be a good game to stream, I think. Kirby Star Allies. That's a new side-scrolling Kirby. Looks pretty good.
More Kirby.
Mm-hmm. It looked like the Superstar Saga, the Super Nintendo one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just good old side-scrolling Kirby, co-op fun, power-ups. You know, it's more Kirby. What can
Four players? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that's online. Really, if any game offers like co-op but it isn't online, just what the hell are you doing? Like who do you think you are? No one knows anyone in person anymore. You gotta give us the online play. Anyways, keep this ball rolling. A bunch of random games I just wrote, etc. moving on. And then finally we ended up with some more Mario Odyssey footage. Looks like a good game. I mean, it's Mario. I personally, that's fine. I mean, I still have levels to finish in Super Mario 3D World, so I'm just like, it's Mario. It's good. Looks good, I guess.
I have a good amount of hype for that game. I always like the 3D Marios, and this one looks very unique. Like,
I'm curious to see how the levels are.
Like super gigantic.
Yeah.
Is it like Super Mario 64 style, where you just like jump into a realm and find a shiny thing and come back and do it slightly different again? Or is it an open world style?
Yeah, they make it sound like you travel in your little Odyssey ship to various worlds.
That's fun.
But yeah, there's lots of things to do in each world.
Yeah, definitely looks like if any Switch bundle looks appealing, it's that one to get the Mario Odyssey Switch bundle. That looks like a pretty safe bet. I'm still so
Nintendo, I wanted to ask you guys, what did you think about that new 2DS?
Oh, the orange.
Yeah.
Orange and white.
It's good. I mean, I like the 3D. I like having the feature, but if you don't want the feature, it's still the console.
Yeah.
So many good games.
Yeah.
I was actually, when I was envisioning the 2DS XL in my head, I'm like, okay, someday Nintendo is going to do this, but I didn't envision it as the clamshell. I wanted like the big ass slate, like like that.
They already made that though.
What?
Yeah.
That's where the 2DS was. It was like looked like a cheese wedge.
Yeah, I got the little one.
Bread.
I was hoping for like a bigger version of that when they were designing the XL or planning it out. Yeah. I was just kind of bummed that it came out in clamshell format.
Yeah, clamshells are fine. Screen doesn't get scratched if you're got it in your pocket or whatever. So I think that's why people like that one.
Yeah, it was hard to carry around.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I got mine in a case right now. Still smells brand new, but I can't exactly put that in my pocket or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, great console. It's really a must-own, really, the 3DS. So many games. Monster Hunters. There's 3 Monster Hunters on that. That's a lot of Monster Hunters. Still waiting for that. That Switch Double Cross announcement. Man. Man, oh man. Anyways, so that's it for the Nintendo Direct. Meh.
Yeah.
It's fine. Nothing really got me
a couple
excited.
good ones. I know you skipped over Rocket League. That's coming to Switch.
Count.
I have a lot of fun with that one. That will be a good one to have.
Yeah, I did skip over that one. It's just a port with a couple cars that are Nintendo related.
Yeah. Another port, but if you haven't played it, it'll be fun to play.
Whole lot of porting going on. Yeah, the thing that I like the most were the amiibos. So many amiibos. I was noticing that the Wedding Peach amiibo doesn't have the bouquet of piranha plants anymore. I thought that was kind of neat. Yeah. Any closing thoughts on the Nintendo Direct before we get on to the PS4 one?
Lots of ports.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Well, you got some good ports in there, so.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. Okay, PS4 Japanese Sony conference 2017 or whatever. This came out of nowhere. I was just getting ready to go to bed that night, and then all these tweets are coming up about all those new announcements. I'm like, what is happening? And I did a little research. What? There's a Sony conference happening right now? It's 12:30 in the morning. Yeah. So I had to stay up another hour. Like right before
their game show.
So I dropped into that halfway through. But we got another list we can go through real quick before we shut it down for the night. And let's get going. Start off with some hardware. They got more controllers, like the see-through controllers. And a Gran Turismo PS4 and a Call of Duty PS4. Yeah. If you need a new controller.
Call of Duty one looks kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly. It's like
just get a skin you can put on your PS4.
They make a lot of different PS4s. And who are these people who buy? I need the Gran Turismo one, check. Need the Destiny 2 one, check. Call of Duty one. Check Monster Hunter one. Check.
I'm pretty sure a lot of my UK buddies are super into Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
But me, though, not so much.
Yeah. I mean, if you need one, a PS4, and you don't have one, and you like the colors, then hell yeah. But, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. But cool if you need one. Controllers, that's cool. So they showed Call of Duty World War II first. That's surprising. Call of Duty.
I was just
coming
thinking
from
about that with World War II, and they're making an announcement in Japan. It reminds me of the movie Gung Ho. My dad was over here about 1940. Anyways, but hey, you know, that's the past. A lot of my Call of Duty buddies are probably excited for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I only buy Call of Duty games when they're $5 because they're just
Fill the bargain bin.
And then I still don't play them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on the PS3. I don't think I've really played any of them. They're not bad games. They're good if you want to shoot people in the first person. There you go. I have no thoughts. No hype.
Small amount of hype for me, but
yeah, they didn't show swastikas.
The last couple weren't.
Do you notice there were no swastikas? Just like X's. It's weird. Maybe it's because it was the Japanese trailer. I don't know. Ni no Kuni 2 looks nice. I have no hype.
Never played that, so.
Me neither.
Looks really nice. It's like a Ghibli movie, Studio Ghibli, and a cool animation. But once again, JRPGs, no real interest. Looks real nice. Don't care. Earth Defense Force 5. Don't care.
That was weird.
I was only going to care about Sony stuff. Think again, because I don't care about most of the stuff. Yeah, I got
that was a side
on PS4. Haven't played it. I'll get to it. But now there's 2 of them, 2 Earth Defense Force games in this trailer and this conference. I don't even think I wrote the other one down. Yeah, that's cool. It's a third-person shooter, big bugs and aliens and Godzillas. So
yeah, giant kaiju's in there too.
This next one though, this will be a big deal. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Been too long.
That go ahead.
And I was just gonna say they've only really showed like footage of just like scenes. We haven't really seen gameplay or anything yet. It's kind of surprising. It's just been setting the mood. Like I'm always a bit worried when you never see gameplay in these trailers, but it looks real good. I never played the first one, honestly, but it's in the endless backlog. I've heard nothing but good things, and everyone's wondering where the PC version is. And I don't know where it is. This looks good.
Play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out of left field. I was not expecting that, but I'm super hyped for that one.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot of these games here where I'm surprised to see them in the Japanese conference. But they knew.
I think Rockstar has having a showing for it. I think in the next week or so. I saw on Twitter. So,
nice. I mean, what do they really need to show, right? I mean, it's Rockstar. It's more Red Dead. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of people's game of the year, whatever year it comes out. I think it's next year, 2015. Yeah, look cool. If you like,
hopefully,
there's like Buffalo running next to a train. That look cool. An old timey corner store. Look cool. Yeah, cool. Dynasty Warriors 8. Remember Dynasty Warriors? It's back. What can you say? Look like you could climb over stuff. No invisible walls. That's good. So that's something. No hype. Dissidia NT. Bunch of Final Fantasy characters running around fighting each other in a third-person arena fighting game. I don't know. No hype.
Have you either of you played the PSP games? The Dissidia?
No,
not yet.
I might have one. I don't know. I don't even know. It could be in the endless miasma that is my apartment.
They are solid. So
yeah,
moderate hype for that NT.
I don't know. Kind of has like a Kingdom Hearts kind of. Is that kind of what we're talking about here? Just zipping around, fight, zip, zip, zip.
Yeah, it's
use the magic
over dramatic fight.
Yeah.
3D planes. So
yeah. Shadow of the Colossus, it's back again, and I want it again. Man, this game can do no wrong. If anything says Shadow of the Colossus, I need it. Need it so good. I hope they don't.
Yeah, not just a port.
Yeah, it's a remaster, I guess. I hope it's not grossly expensive because it doesn't seem like there's much different, but we don't know. Maybe there's new stuff. I hope there's new stuff. There's new camera angles for cutscenes. We know that much. Yeah, it's one of the best games ever. So yeah, sign me up.
You want a couple new Colossi?
That would be awesome. Man, that last Guardian was shit. I'm so angry. It's so... Oh, what a shame. They made us wait so long. I think it's worse than Eco. And Eco wasn't bad, but it was kind of meh. Problem is, it's hard to follow up Shadow of the Colossus. And Bird Dog is not the way to do it. Those cameras, man. Just the most rebellious camera I've ever experienced in a game, especially a modern gen console. Remember when I was saying Nier is kind of like a PS2 game? This game is like a PS2 game with its camera controls.
Not good.
So depressing. Anyways, yeah, cool. Shadow of the Colossus, sign me up. Dragon's Crown Pro, another remaster remake, but that's cool. That has a triple crossplay with PS3, PS4, and Vita, so that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Do some big. If you can get bros to play with you online, that would be a good game.
Yeah, I do have that one on PS3. I played it with actually my podcast co-host, Fearless Leader. It's a good beat 'em up, actually.
Yeah, it's
weird artwork.
Yeah,
but I like overly exaggerated. Characters.
Oh yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of the swiping over screens to find hidden things because that's kind of you want to play with the controller, but then they're like, swipe the screen and touch the thingies, and it just kind of slows down the whole process. I didn't like that as much, but the game itself was all right. You're good.
It's a solid beat 'em up.
Yeah. I don't even know. A bunch of anime crap. I just wrote anime whatevers on the list. Did anything stand out to you guys? Could you figure out what was going on? There's like a J-pop thing and I don't know.
It was like a rhythm game.
Something vampires.
Yeah, a lot of quick things, and you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah,
that was
something vampires.
The most Japanesey part of the whole show. And then we got Gundam Battle Operation 2. That's cool, I think.
That was awesome.
It looked like mechware. Felt slow and heavy, like big ass Nexus stomping down a big road and just kicking ass.
Nice.
I hope it's
Japan loves those Gundams.
Hell yeah, they do. They got like life-size Gundam statues. I think Darren saw a couple of those. Lucky bastard. PSVR. You guys have VR headsets?
Not yet, but it's down the road someday. I'd love a VR headset.
If you got the cash, I mean, it'd be fun to buy one, but I don't.
Me neither.
It needs that one. I think it needs that one killer game to have for it. I don't think it's there yet.
Yeah, well, they got a few VR things. So Gungrave, that's a game from the PS2. Do you guys remember that game? It wasn't bad. It was like what's the word? Not indie, cult classic.
Cult classic. Okay.
You remember how Katamari Damacy came out of nowhere, and then there was like, what is this game? This is so weird. This is awesome. Gungrave was like that, but not nearly as word of mouthy. You know what I mean? Kind of felt like another one of these platinum beat 'em ups. Same idea.
Okay.
Stuff. It's like an undead gunman who has his own grave, his own tomb, his own coffin on his back, and he swings it around for melee attacks. It's neat. And for some reason, it's a VR game now. Whatever. A-Train. That's a long-running series. It's been on the PlayStations and PC and all that, and it's back again. Can't keep that A-Train down.
Wow.
And like it looked awful.
Train keeps rolling.
You know it. The game looked awful, graphics-wise, but it's cool. A-Train. Can't stop it. Much like the CAPMAX Hypecast. Zone of the Enders 2 VR. Now we're talking. That's if ever there was a game that'd make me want to buy a PSVR, that would be the one.
Heard that one's good. I just haven't really checked them out. Zone of the Enders. That's Hideo Kojima, right?
Yeah. I played
nice.
Zone of the Enders 2 on the PS3 HD version not too long ago, and I wasn't feeling the excitement that it was on the PS2. Kind of felt dated in a way, but that's gonna be you're gonna throw up if you play that in VR.
All right.
So be warned. But that'll be neat.
Let's do it.
It's just neat to see Zone of the Enders anything again, because it's like you said, it's a Kojima Konami thing, and we all know how that went down. And people are like, well, Metal Gear's dead. It's like, well, no, there's still Metal Gear coming out. But I was like, oh, doesn't have Kojima. It's got to be the worst now. And we'll have to wait and see. Games, man. There's more than one guy working on these games.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see. Hopefully that's a cool VR experience. Surprisingly, the app Neku Atsume has a VR game.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's like those tappy games where you just click open an app and there's like stuff and you tap on it and that's the whole game.
Oh, okay.
And then the more you tap, you make money in the game and you buy more things to tap on. It's one of those games.
All right.
But now it's
in VR.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Good for them though for being that popular.
Japan.
There's only a few left here. Hidden Agenda. Interesting. It's up to 6 players, and it's like you watch a movie, but then you vote what happens in scenes. Interesting. I never knew I wanted this, but yeah.
I mean, either it sounds weird.
It's like watching an episode of 24, and then it's like, do you shoot that person or this person? And please vote now. Boop. You vote on your smartphone app. I don't know. That's weird.
They're really pushing the Play Link games.
Yeah, there was one.
Like the games you play on your phone as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There was one they were giving away on PS Plus. I didn't even take it for free.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want it in my my list of games. And then there was some weird ass thing where it's like an afro that sticks to people's heads and then they become super cool. I don't know.
Super cool.
Yeah, remember this was a Japanese conference and they did have some English, but not a lot. I don't know what was going on there. It was weird.
It's called Super Cool Afro Head.
Yeah, basically.
VR.
Yes.
VR.
VR. Fist of the North Star. I don't know I think the VR is over at this point. So now we're back to regular ass games. I think that's the Fist of the North Star that has to do with Yakuza stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's Fist of the North Star. Fighting. By this point, I was going to tap, and I was like, what's happening?
No.
Yeah. Next one, VanillaWare's. I just wrote VanillaWare side-scroller anime kids mechs thing. Exactly. 13 Sentinels. Looks really neat. I think it's an RPG, maybe. I think it's the best RPG we've mentioned, in my opinion. I'd rather play that than Octopath Traveler. I don't really know what it is yet, but it looked neat. They had like a lot of side scrolling. Maybe you talk to other kids, and then for some reason you jump in a robot because Japan.
They love their robot.
That's probably that's why I don't really like a lot of this preview stuff, because they show things and you get excited, but you don't know what they are. They don't ever show gameplay. Remember Death Stranding? Like, what the hell is that?
Oh yeah, that's the Kojima.
Yeah,
I still haven't watched a trailer on that, and haven't felt a real need to, because it just seems like it's going to be one of those games that might get released in 10 years. It might not. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Seems like an idea, a concept, more than a game.
Yeah. Well, Kojima wishes he was making movies. I don't know why he doesn't. Like,
I don't know.
He's saying that Guillermo del Toro. It's just like, make movies. They showed some Detroit.
PT the movie.
If only. I'm so upset I can't download PT to my PS4. I technically have it, but PSN won't let you even download it.
Yeah. HYPECAST VR. That's what we need.
Ooh. Maybe it'd be like walking around my apartment and knocking things over. There's that cat game where you're just a cat and you knock things over. It'd be like that. That would be a nightmare.
You play as Steven and you have to sort your collections. And
it is basically a game.
Each level you get more.
Yeah.
Each stage there's more collection to sort through.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's you're a bit too on point there.
Yeah, you just keep dropping shit off of the door. Oh no!
Yeah. Not even wrong. I can just slightly reach to my side and look at this. Look at this. Look at this stack of nonsense. Got some movies there. Xbox 360 game. Like, why did I buy it? I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, why did I buy this? It's The Wizard of Oz on DVD. It's a 4-disc Emerald collection.
Whoa! Awesome.
I had no idea there was 4 discs worth of Wizard of Oz content. This is the original Wizard of Oz movie, mind you. No, I got issues. So many issues. Actually, I bought this from a dollar store. This is a Paranormal Asylum, and I bought it because of the Town of Light. I was like, yeah, I need more spooky asylums.
Looks interesting.
Here's that Dead or Alive game. This is a backup of a backup. I don't need 3 copies of this, but don't I though? Don't I? All right, let's move on. This show's almost over. More Detroit.
You should import the DOA Extreme 3.
I know. I've never played though. It's like with the Sandman game I talked about. It's coming out, but I don't know if I'd play it. I haven't played the last one. Detroit. It's that game with that guy. It's you know the guy. Is that the guy that makes the Heavy Rain? That guy? You know the guy. He makes those games. He's a French guy.
What's that? Yeah, studio called.
Yeah.
Molyneux?
Shoot.
That's the guy. Peter Molyneux.
It is Molyneux?
I think so, yeah. You knew. That's the guy. So
I only know him from Populous and his penchant for not delivering his promises type shit.
Wait a minute. No, that's not the guy.
No? Okay.
Can't continue until we know the guy.
Phil
David
Fish.
Cage. David Cage. Phil Fish. Get out of here. Why would you even remember Phil Fish? He's done nothing in ages. He's not working.
He did make Fez, though. I love Fez.
Yeah, I played it a little bit.
He's a jerk off. He took all that money.
Well, that's not good. David Cage. David Cage.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's his game. It's one of those. Yeah, one of those.
I think if it says along the lines of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, I think it should be pretty good.
Yeah, same idea. A lot of rain and.
If you're in the mood to watch your games, thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. By the way, Luntz, did you ever play Until Dawn? Did you ever get around to that?
No, I still haven't, man.
Yeah, no, me neither. I have it on PSN. It was a free game the other month or two.
Oh yeah.
Still haven't started.
Same.
So sucks. Too much. It is an embarrassment of riches, as they say. So much
true.
From okay.
First
one games.
We're just about done here. Virtual On is back, and I love me some Virtual On. That's a long-running Sega arcade mech game, and it's back. But now it's tied to an anime called A Certain Magical Index. So they took an old IP they had, and they took some popular anime, and they squeezed them together. And that I will import. I don't need Dead or Alive Extreme 3, but if Virtual On is on the PS4, I'm going to need that. If I have to import it, I will import it.
All right.
More
just hope. Yeah, that's a game I need to have in me, as people like to put it. I hope it has enough English in the game to get by. Yeah, Virtual On, so cool. Such a weird combination, though. I don't know. It's weird, right? Old random arcade game plus somewhat new anime.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I don't understand.
It's unique.
But it's cool. I'm glad to see Virtual On and on a Sony platform. For whatever reason, it's been on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Virtual On. Why? That is one of the most Japanese games, and it's on the Xbox exclusively. Why? Craziness.
Xbox don't sell in Japan.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a death sentence. I got a Zoids game on the 360. Why? No one. I got Otomedia's excellent exclusive to the Xbox. Why? It's crazy. All right. And finally, the biggest announcement, arguably, get hype for the glorious return to Sony consoles, Monster Hunter World. This is a huge ass reboot of the Monster Hunter franchise. And they showed off. There's a fancy edition you can buy, which you can get domestically as well. $179.99 If you want the game and the art book and the soundtrack and the little figure, that's almost $200. I want it. I don't know if I want it that much. There's a PS4 coming out and a controller and all this stuff, and damn, I could easily, and I probably will,
get them.
Spend an entire HYPECAST after talking about Monster Hunter World, and I won't do that now. But, woo! If ever there was a day one buy, that was it. And it's coming up too. I think that was out at the end of January. And mercifully, it's a worldwide release. You don't have to wait like we had to with the Monster Hunter Stories. You don't have to wait a year and a half for it to come domestically. Everyone gets it. Everyone in the world gets this game all at once.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I like that.
Everyone. So
Again,
many people I know
I've never. Go ahead.
You've never? Well,
I've never. I've never played some Monster Hunter, but that one does look interesting. Like I would like to give that one a go.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is that it just doesn't have the colors and just the we'll say the imagination that the series have had before this. It just kind of seems almost Call of Duty-ish in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of gone like grim, dark, and brown and green. And I'm more trying to appeal more to like what they feel is our market. And I'm worried that we're going to lose some of the real charm and soul of the franchise. But generally, I mean, it looks amazing.
Okay.
Time will tell.
It's the darkest Monster Hunter yet.
It really is.
Really reboot.
We'll see.
Really reboot.
That was the end of that show. So, yeah, cool. That's a whole lot of games to try and catch up with, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do it all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What
Red Dead definitely a highlight.
Nice. Which show, like, what lineup of games did you like more? Assuming you'd play any of them at all. Do you have a PS4, Lumpz?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Buy a used one. That's what I did. It's working just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably end up going that route used, but I do want to buy a Switch new, though. And I think that's going to be my first purchase.
Really? Switch before? For what? Any specific game?
Well, yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, and let's see, I'll meet up the list here. There's a lot of announcements coming out for it, and on top of that, I really like the portability factor.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of ways it would fit my lifestyle more or less. You know, because I got my 2DS here, and that's all well and good, but can't really, carry that around and whatnot. But with the Switch, though, I could like go out in the countryside or whatever, and I could play a game there and be perfectly fine with it. And I'm not really big on online play anyway, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
do some local shit. Be a hit with the kids. I babysit kids. I got Captain Super Cool 17 comes around, so like, yeah, it'll definitely be a hit with the kids.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope you babysit him wearing that mask.
Yeah, I do. It's funny. I hang it up here on my speaker. I got a surround sound system behind my TV, and I don't tell them anything. They come in here into the clown cave, and whoa, games everywhere. And then they're like, what's that? I'm like,
man, could you imagine if kids got into my apartment?
Oh, God.
And it's just like a glorious... just a glorious mess of stuff to touch and like wipe your nose.
All his amiibos would be opened.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's
Transformers limbs all ripped off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got enough thrift bots that have already lost limbs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it has promise, and that's why I want to invest in the Switch.
Yeah. Do you have the Wii U, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Did you ever start up? You said you were looking into Monster Hunter. Did you ever pick that up or?
Yeah, it's on my list. Yeah, I'm going to be playing it. I got to see if it's something I can get into or not. But I definitely want to give it a fair go.
Yeah. Like me and the boys have still been playing the 3U, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U, because that is the last domestic Monster Hunter we got for home console, so you can use your proper big screen.
Yeah.
Which is really where the game belongs. Like, I hope Nintendo didn't decide to not do any more Monster Hunting because the 3DS games didn't do all that well. It's like, what do you expect? This is a big game. I've got over 500 hours into my save on the Wii U. That's a lot of time, and I don't want to spend 500 hours looking at the little 3DS screen.
Yeah.
Gross.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. that's a hell of a lot of games. Let's see. I like the Amiibos.
Yeah,
Mario Odyssey, like that. The Mario Odyssey Switch bundle. That's definitely something to keep an eye out for. That's gonna sell out super quick.
Yep.
But
is that does that come with a physical copy or is it just download?
I don't know. I know that it has like a Mario Red controllers. I don't know about physical or not though. And then I liked on the PS4 side, realistically, I mean, things I really want to actually spend money on is Shadow of the Colossus. If I had a VR, I'd want that Zone of the Enders VR. Virtual On, I'll import that if I have to. And of course, Monster Hunter World. So there you go. Cool. All right, well, we got through those shows, and it's dark out. It was light when we started, so let's wrap this show up.
All right.
Gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight and for talking shop. A whole lot of there's nothing to say for Xbox, is there? Cuphead's almost out. That's cool.
Yeah, Cuphead looks awesome.
If it's a decent price, I wouldn't mind picking that up. You know, it came out on Xbox One, Lumps. Super Hydora.
Yeah, Super Hydora, Locobolito, man, tearing it up now.
Mm-hmm. You could buy it on the Xbox. Like, it's a paid game now. Isn't that surprising? Yeah. He's always wanted his games to be free, but now you can buy it now. That's cool.
He did some extra shit, and he did a deal with Abbey Light. So, I mean, in the end, his donations, are still part of his primary thing, but now he's got this too. Mm-hmm. So, I've talked to the guy. He doesn't seem like, a money grub, like Leech or whatever like that. And he still seems like he's still dedicated to the freeware stuff. This is probably taking up a lot of his time. He's probably doing a lot of interviews now and shit. But I still believe that he believes in his original vision. And that's why I still support him.
I definitely want it on whatever console comes out. I definitely want to buy it, but it's like $15. It's a bit much. I know. If it
goes, investment.
Yeah, if it's cheaper, I would definitely pick that up. But for Xbox, I mean, there's really got to be something happening, like a sale or something. If I'm going to want to buy a Xbox card and install that into it. I bought the console, but I barely used it. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have another Halo and Forza.
Boring. There's a Forza demo you can download. No interest. I have, what is it, Horizon 3 or 2 or whatever. That was a cool game. It's like an open world driving game. It's cool. It came with my console.
I actually got the first Forza Horizon for the 360 not too long ago. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I was surprised by how fun and colorful it is. It was a fun driving game.
Did you see the Hot Wheels DLC? So you can have like Hot Wheels tracks, like loops and shit. I need that. But I'm in no rush. No time.
I might need that as well.
Yeah. I got to beat The Last Guardian. So annoyed. Oh, it's so bad. It's not. It's just so upsetting. Anyways, all right, cool. That's more or less the show, which means it's time for our final segment, which is looking forward, when I once again gave everyone a chance to pimp their channels and all that and tell us what they're looking forward to next. So we'll start with Lumpz the Clown.
Yep. Well, I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, have been for at least 6 years now. I mean, Steven was one of the first guys that ever followed me. That was pretty awesome. But, yep, lumpsmedia.org is my website. I've been doing honest tech reviews. I'm also going to be including Avoid reviews, not only for like plug and plays and shit like that, but also for video games. Because I've come across some real stinkers too. I got like over 2,000 ROMs that I test out myself, and there's some stinkers out there folks need to avoid, because you'll pop on eBay 9 times out of 10 and you'll see, $300 for this rare game, but I wonder why it's rare. It isn't always like an Earthbound scenario where it was just too weird at the time and it was expensive. It was a premium thing. In this case, these were shitty games and no one has any business pumping out $300 for a piece of shit. So that's what I'm there for.
I love selling those games though.
I bet you do.
If you want to give that much money for it, you can have it.
Yeah.
No doubt. Kickmaster, not a very good game. I'm sorry. I gave it a go. I gave it a fair shake. I was like, no, this isn't worth that much. People are asking for it.
No? All right.
That's fine. All right. And
you'll tell us not to get the $1 million Nintendo World Championships cart.
God.
Yeah, because
It's not a great-
I mean, AVGN covered that one pretty good himself, but it's literally bits and pieces of popular games you could pick up for $2.
People aren't buying these things to play them. That's the unfortunate truth.
Yeah, rich boy hobby. It's the part of it that I'm not a part of. Probably never will be.
Collectors, like we've lost the true path of gaming, unfortunately. I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to play more, but there's so much. Anyways, so that's Lumpz with a Z or Z. Lumpz the Clown all over the place on the internets. And anything you're looking forward to?
Aside from getting a hold of a Switch and playing Metroid Samus Returns later tonight, not really. But I'm really easy to entertain too, so I'm sure there's going to be something tomorrow. Oh my God! It's like
we just gave you a ton of games to look through. That's for sure.
Yeah, you did. Like, oh God.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, thanks for being here tonight and chatting with us again on the CAPMAX HYPECAST. And Kyle, once again, if you want to give the folks a bit of information where they can find you again and anything you're looking forward to.
Yeah, just I'm on Twitter mostly at Kyle _325 _ don't really post anything too exciting, but always like interacting with fellow gamers and whatnot. And I'm on YouTube at Game Time with Kyle, just all one word. Just talk about video games and consoles and all that stuff. Haven't done a lot recently, but we'll be back very soon with some fun videos. So
Nice.
Well, you gotta take your me time. It's not worth pumping stuff out if you're not feeling it.
Yeah, you gotta be in the spirit to do it. I've just kind of been busy lately, and I only get like 10 views for video anyway, so no one's really missing out on too much. Otherwise, what I'm looking forward to, I have to admit, I know we kind of bash Nintendo a little bit, but I think kind of what they showed for the Switch, I think even with some of the ports, I know that's a lot of ports, but some of them I haven't played. It would be kind of fun to dive into that. I definitely look forward to Mario Odyssey as well. Like, Lumps, I might just get the Switch just to play some Odyssey.
Cool, man. Get in. Let me know what you think if you get there before me.
Yeah, hopefully around Christmas time. To me, kind of Nintendo and Christmas go kind of hand to hand. It's always been the traditions. For some reason, yeah. Yeah, like old school Nintendo and Game Boy around the holidays is perfect. Yeah, I look forward to Red Dead and a couple other good PlayStation games too they showed. So yeah.
Well, excellent. Well, good to talk to you on the for the first time now on the CAPMAX HYPECAST.
Thanks for having me on. Always enjoy the show. So, and I interact with you quite a bit on Twitter. So it's fun to chat face to face.
There you go. Sort of, more or less.
We'll do. Yeah, sort of.
It's awkward because
we'll do it again.
My camera is actually below the screen, so if you're seeing my face, I'm actually looking above. Anyways, that was
good to meet Lumps.
Yeah,
it sounds like some good stuff to check out. So you got a new fan.
Yeah, appreciate it.
There's actually a connection there because, as we mentioned earlier, you knew Kevin from Buried on Mars back in the day, and we had Kevin on the same episode as Lumps much earlier into the HYPECAST. So there you go. There's a connection there.
Yeah.
And of course,
got it. Remember that one.
And of course, I am Steven. Everyone, thanks you for listening or watching. I don't think anyone even jumped into the live show. That's just fine. For watching, listening to this latest episode of the CAPMAX HYPECAST, you can check me out. Once again, look for CAPMAX Gaming on YouTube, on Twitch, CAPMAX _gaming, all one word. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's at Steven Eider, Steven with a V, EIDHER. And stuff I'm looking forward to would include, as we mentioned before, Star Trek Discovery starts up tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Crazy. So we'll see.
CBS, I think.
Yeah, that weird all access thing. So I don't think that was a smart thing. It should have been on just regular ass TV. So
you can see Steven on the big screen too, a Fight Club, aka Edward Norton.
There you go. There. I'll take his gigs if he doesn't want them. And then all that stuff I mentioned that's coming out this Friday, like Gundam Versus. I'm looking forward to that. And Senran Kagura Beach Splash. And of course, the SNES Classic, assuming we can actually get them. But man, I don't want to have to buy all that all at once. There goes all my fun money. Yeah. Anyways, that's
Best of luck on those classics.
Yeah. Have fun, kids.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah.
Iron or brass knuckles. Just if you need to, just poof. Now it's yours. Easy. All right. Yeah, there you go. End of show.
That's the bonus round in the CAPMAX video game.
Like the Sega Master System Rocky punch, jab, punch, uppercut. All right, dudes. Thanks for being here tonight, and stay tuned for hopefully we can get the CAPMAX movie cast going. And we can get into details about silly movies like Alien Covenant. That'll be a fun one. But yeah, everyone, thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye, Kyle. Bye, Lumpz.
Bye.
Everyone on
Bye.
the Have a good one.
Bye.
Okay, we're done.
Bye.
All right.
All right, dudes. Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
fun,
thinking
guys.
I might sneak a Near Automata song in for the end credits. That should be good. Good music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. So we'll see you guys on Twitter. And do you guys play much online stuff? I know we talked about Kyle being on the Minecraft thing, but
Not much lately, but maybe when I get done with Metroid Samus Returns, I'll check out Monster Hunter 3 some more.
yeah. Well, you'll probably be able to find me streaming it at some point.
All right.
It is fun.
Okay.
All right, dudes. Well, I'm shutting her down, so we'll see you next time.
All right. Have fun, guys.
Yes. Yeah.